Yes.
All right, I'm in.
When we have Andy shed microphones in all the walls, so it's like 360 degree effect.
Yeah, you guys won't even know it. Just everywhere you go will be recorded. Yeah. Don't go in the bathroom if you get sneaky farts.
There is no bathroom out there.
Because I know. Exactly.
So we're good.
You'll be fine.
For now.
That's where the porta potty shows up.
Yep.
That's what you can do. You can just get a
Top of
porta
potty.
Yeah, I'll put a porta potty out there. Have it come pumped every weekend. You'll be fine.
Instead of just walking the extra, few feet. That's
Yeah.
Well, during the summer
Yeah.
it's fine, but with the winter? I'm not
That's too much.
You'd rather
It's
go
too
in a
much.
porta potty in the winter?
Spring follows fine.
That's cool.
Summer, they get a little
You put a
sketchy.
heater in there.
And
We don't. Does Tom ever half-ass anything?
You're gonna get a heated porta potty.
Heated porta potty. Yes.
I think I get heated.
Oh, then I can get a sauna too.
Well, there. Okay, I got it. The sauna.
Sauna slap.
Yeah, sauna porta potty.
Sauna porta.
It's like the ultimate Roman luxury.
I think we're get like one of those big wheelchair ones next to the red.
Yeah.
There you go. And this is how the Roman Empire fell. Saunas and porta potties.
I'm more thinking that they're right next to each other so that you could, as you were smelling the fumes, vomit into the toilet in the sauna.
Yes. What could go wrong?
There's no chance.
Nothing could go wrong. It's fine.
Nothing could go wrong with this.
If I could tack a sauna onto there, I would be real happy though.
Yeah.
The porta potty, I'm 50-50 on.
Hell, my friend built a sauna in this place up north in Price County.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It is absolutely lovely.
I think it would be glorious. I really think it would be nice. I would love a sauna.
So,
Actually, they make electric ones that I could put in the basement.
I have one in my basement. It's
Mm-hmm.
I should have provided more power for it. It heats up, just takes a long time. So I show you what I did and then just do it better.
I know a
What
guy.
not to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad ones. You want one that takes a lot of power.
Really?
I feel like it's faced this way a lot.
Well, otherwise, it's what put the actual
Or has it?
propane. Propane? Do they make them propane or what are they? Gas? Natural gas?
If it's inside the house,
I guess
it's
that's true.
electric spot.
Electric
Still
system.
that orange stuff, but-
Yeah, outside wood.
Propane. or
Wood.
propane
Yeah,
system.
right.
That's kind of sad.
But a rocket mass stove
I've
out
taken
there.
pictures of it.
That'd be kind of obsolete once you want to put fire. Not that long. Or should be in your sauna for like 24 hours straight.
Well, I might. You never know.
Depends on what the kids and Lisa are doing, right?
Yep. Okay. Let me get back to my notes and then we will get started.
Your 7 pages of notes.
My 7 pages. Well, this
Are
one.
you gonna recap for all of us?
If you want to recap, I'll give you a recap.
No, it's
You guys were kind of all over the place.
Too much critical role with all the recaps. So I'll get a recap. I found the button. We gotta push it.
Rick wants to push the button real bad.
It's big and red.
So here's my idea. You and me are in the that area, I think, right? You gotta go tell everybody else what's going on. Go to the door on the stairs.
I think
You
you guys
and-
came back for the ball.
Yeah, I think everybody came back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you
Okay,
guys
so-
were all at
so-
the ball.
So Daz, I think you and I...
Gail is back at his post.
Oh yeah, because you had your
Gail
dance
was
off.
dancing with
No, because
Vicky.
Yeah, because Vicky puked
Yeah.
all over her shoes. He's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
who's bro?
He deuced out, and then I came back out,
Yes,
and then I felt,
yes,
I
yes.
felt dancing with Marble.
Merbal.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You and Merble did not have a good dancing experience.
No, it wasn't
And that's
bad.
what
It was
happened.
just,
It just didn't-
not
it
on
wasn't
the
as
same
smooth.
page.
It
It
didn't
wasn't-
end the way that you wanted.
You
it
guys
to.
couldn't get on the same
Weren't
page.
normally smooth.
Yeah.
He just wasn't quite.
It was so close. It was star-crossed
You're on
lovers.
floor, right?
Spoiler alert. Never mind.
So, keeping this PG.
You're in the wrong podcast.
Yeah, for
I
real.
think you and I should go back up to the bridge. You distract him, and I push the button. Then we rush back down there. We all go in the secret door together.
Well, I guess the thinking though is like this has to open up
No,
to
there's
get.
2 doors. There's a door on the stairs too.
Oh,
This is
I
just
got
Yes,
to
you.
hello.
Bring big
Hi.
scary
Do
stuff
we
in.
know if there's like one more event during the ball? Like your security.
Um,
Do you know anything about the schedule? Like, is there a big
Yeah,
announcement?
so
So dinner.
yeah, it is the captain's dinner right now. It is like the formal, the whole ship is out on the deck. Everyone is being seated for dinner at the moment.
Wow, so we're gonna ditch dinner. I don't need to
perfect
eat.
time to do it.
See, I don't know if I can ditch dinner.
Well, here's what you do.
You are the head of security.
That's the head of
Here's
security.
your story. So I'm dressing up as pink-haired person again. I've got to go back and forth, send messages and all that. You've got to go to the bridge, say, hey, Captain, not Captain, we got pilot, whoever's in charge up there at the moment.
Oh yeah, Oliver is up there, I think.
Say, hey, the captain wanted me to check up here. I'm sure everything's fine, but he's really worried. I'm just up here, look around, and while you're talking to him, I'm finding a button. Or I'm not finding a button, I'm pushing a button I couldn't push last time.
Since you're the messenger, since you're going and getting the messengers for the captain, we might as well take them food. As also,
That's a good idea.
I mean, you know.
Do we
Even better
drop
way
the
to distract
food?
them.
We should.
Then they
at
fall
least-
asleep.
Yes, we should at least have time to bring them their food. So you
I
get
go
I know
Sir,
never
Mark
drunk the food.
You get served, you eat, then you take their food up, you know, and then you because they can't be there because they obviously all
Oh
hands
yeah,
are
I'm a
not out
security
on-
agent as well.
Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, you've been deputized.
I forgot.
Oh,
I'm
that's
security,
right.
Yep.
New security member.
Yep.
So
No security member. Who it is?
yeah, and at some point we have to. Well, do I know you have a weapon, or would I have had to take you down to get you?
I mean, you've met crime and punishment many a times.
Tom, do you have Bloody Mary stuff?
I do, you want.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
So
Thanks, guys.
here's my opposite idea.
Okay.
Dress yourself up like a Wookiee,
Oh.
and we do the.
I'm 4 feet tall, man, sorry.
Tilgan is not here.
I've been doing Would You Rathers with the kids, and it makes them do like activities,
Yep.
human activities. And one of them was Would You Rather look like a Wookiee or Jar Jar Binks?
Oh, Wookiee.
And I was like Jar Jar Binks all the way. I love
Really?
Jar Jar. I love Jar Jar.
Oh man.
And nobody else. They were like Wookiee, like
Wookiee,
100%.
yep, hard.
You that tells how old you are. It's like if
That's
if
true.
If you like Jar Jar or not.
Listen.
Yes. Was
Those
Jar
were
Jar
my
a sacred
movies.
character?
Because my daughter loves Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Jar Jar.
Jar
Jar Jar gets
Children
so
of a
much
certain age.
hate.
Children
They were
of a
like,
certain
he
age.
looks so weird. And I'm like, no, he doesn't.
That's
And they're like 10.
It's because
No, he
was-
doesn't.
because he was
Children
the-
of a different age.
It's because he was the comedy relief character.
For
And that's why I think my daughter loves him because of the Sith Lord theory.
100%.
Absolutely loves him because she believes he is the
It's a lot of character depth. He is more than he appears. He just doesn't get enough
I mean,
credit.
they did technically make him. They did technically make. What? No, he was a Jet. He fumbled his way through pretending to be a Jedi in the one Clone Wars episode.
Well,
That's
fumbled
a-
is rude.
That.
So, I mean, to your idea,
yes.
the captain still has to be down here
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why.
for it to
so,
happen.
gotta take
You know,
advantage of it.
so we gotta
Like-
go. So we have to grab the food and then take the food. Your pink-haired character
Thank
would be
you.
the person who would take the food upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Most likely. That seems legit. So
And you probably ought to escort me.
yeah, and then I
So
said
we have
yeah,
multiple.
because there's multiple places that have to go upstairs, multiple foods. So you and I could go up there, and yeah, I mean I think
Which
that's
cast?
fun.
I also have the polyjuice potion or whatever it was.
Oh, right.
So
You
they-
need to drink
I
yours.
have mine too.
Yeah, so if we
Wait,
wanted
what's
to,
this?
it's a
Truth teller?
potion that you could like be like, I
You
want to
could
look
look
like the
exactly anyone
captain,
you want.
and you
Oh,
will
okay.
be exactly like them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just couldn't think
Polyjuice
of its
potion.
name. Yeah, I was like, polyjuice is close enough. But we have 2 of those.
Yeah, because
So you could literally be the captain if you wanted,
Mm.
because the captain's down here.
I think that might be weird though.
That might be good.
That'll
to
be
s-
hard, because if you get caught, then
Would
you're
be
in
good
big
to have
trouble.
that for going in the big overhead doors.
Right,
Oh,
'cause
we do like going back to
Wookiee.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
You guys are deputies, or you guys can. Just
He's
be
my
saying
boss
the rest.
technically,
Yeah,
because I don't
he's
have
the-
anybody to fight anymore. So.
Yeah, head of security.
Yep.
Self-appointed head of security.
As soon as I can.
Fake it to make it, baby.
Yeah, he
Like
never
real-
got a
like
no.
at my real job. I just take
Honestly, same.
I just take it upon myself to act like the boss, even though we don't have one.
What do we think the chances are that the buttons, like that's all we need to do and not like some magical thing? Like, do we think we're gonna?
It's
press
probably
the-
very low, but I think our
nothing.
intelligence level tells us that all we need to do is press the button, and it will be fine.
Yeah. 100%. There's no chance that this could go poorly. Once
If
the
things
buttons
go wrong,
pressed,
we just go get dinner. Let's
Right.
get going.
It was like that when I got here.
and then
I
you say,
promise.
"Who was that pink-haired gnome that was pressing the button? What a dumb bitch!"
Yeah. Perfect.
And I'll drink the Polyjuice potion. I'll be the captain. I'll be like.
Or you just take off your disguise and like not on the bridge.
Just
but-
100%
right there.
ruin somebody's life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pure.
This is
pure
how we get a
D&D.
gnome thrown off of the ship.
Mhm.
I'll use my do anything tool to turn into a razor, shave her head, so she's not identifiable.
Oh.
There you
go.
Okay.
I think that's a good
Plan
plan.
is going to go.
So I hear we're gonna start with dinner.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Skipping dinners. We gotta do this during dinner, I think.
Yes, but we gotta start the dinner to dip out of dinner.
Oh, okay, right.
Is there gonna be a dinner speech? Because it's like the captain's dinner.
It is the captain's dinner. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, skipping.
We seven have to
Sounds
simultaneously go to the bathroom at the same time for no.
Oh, oh.
Did you have the clams? Did you have the clams? Did you have the clams?
So, how many people are taking food to the bridge? How many people are actually not going to be at dinner? How many people are on the bridge?
The entire crew and passenger is on the main deck.
Yeah.
Everybody is on the main deck,
Except for 3 people on the bridge, right?
except
The
for
two pilots.
the two pilots and Oliver is on the bridge that you know.
Except for
There's
people
someone
on
that's
the bridge.
invisible.
Yeah, there's invisible people.
I mean, I would say that
a
if,
weird guy from the
if this is the one that we
And
want to
then,
run, it would be better if
That girl
You-
running back and forth.
Your friend went back
right
to his
because
post,
like that would be less descriptive.
and then
Yeah, so-
the gnome is running back and forth.
Yeah,
Obviously,
so-
And
that's
it's
so
easy
far
for
that's
you to
all
say,
you've
I have to
seen.
go check on something security related, and then
So, yeah, I would.
yeah, you could
I think.
you go to the bathroom,
I
become
think I just hide
picture.
out in the bathroom the whole time. Never appear on deck.
No, I'm saying you-
Unless people escaping.
If you go into the bathroom as the pink-haired lady,
Uh-huh.
and then just like keep an eye out and see when she runs past, go out and talk to the captain or go out and talk to Chris. And be like,
Child, are you still under my skirt?
oh, there's something I have to check on security-wise,
Okay.
and then you both
I don't
walk
need
away.
to eat, but I'd definitely be getting food and then stuffing it in my skirt.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I have to feed the child. So I guess that's my plan.
I have to
my
feed the
life.
thing inside my skirt and
Yeah.
everything.
and if we're all underneath the table, then I can just like crawl under the table and.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Pocket.
true.
Yeah, so-
Nice for me to-
Like I said last time, everybody is here. There's more than enough distraction here. If you want to emerge from the skirt, no one would notice you.
Yep.
Yeah, you are free to move about the cabin if you would like.
So come back and ruin your fun.
Yes. Whatever.
I've
you
seen
want.
enough
But then I
movies,
can't feed
somebody.
you.
Uh-huh.
Somebody always notices, yes, but it's very unlikely that you would be noticed.
Go talk to the captain.
Alright.
This.
So I'm gonna grab a
Talk to the captain.
put my feet up on the toilet and hang out in the bathroom the whole time waiting for.
Head of
opportune
security.
Okay.
Alright, so our plan is to. You're waiting. What are we doing? I'm. Keep changing the plan.
So
Oh, wait, isn't there like pile of potatoes or something? Melons?
so
can
I
hide in
would
there?
I will make this suggestion that you probably want to be at dinner.
Okay.
Okay, to start at least.
Okay.
Okay.
My.
Alright. Forget about the smoke, so I'm going to.
You can always get up and go to the bathroom when you feel it's
Right,
necessary,
'cause, like,
but
you go up and then like, okay, we're doing the dinner thing, and then
So-
go to the bathroom.
so people are beginning to be seated. You guys know if you want to speak to people, specific people, this is the time to do it before everyone is seated. But this is like, if anybody has somebody they need to talk to or want to do or see or anything, you should do it now. Otherwise, we're starting dinner.
Do we have assigned seats?
You don't know.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
boy, Vicky's getting screwed.
Because I'm like, do I have to, there are rich people on here. There's probably assigned seats.
Yeah, the poors can't be sitting with the riches.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. But do I have to sit by my
You do know that you're an honored guest.
Yeah, because we're
Mhm.
people.
We are people on
Gladiators.
this.
And the head of security is here.
Oh, wow.
And your other honored guest is here.
And this cranky old lady who has water ticket,
cranky old
water
lady.
passes. They were actually for good
So-
seats at the dinner.
And this
We have
random
also-
gnome sitting in the cheap seats,
Yep.
yes.
With this news, with this latest information, is my fellow security, where or well, I mean obviously you're a very important person not because of security. Where are we all seated?
Okay, so The captain's table is obviously the big table directly in front of there. Okay, at the captain's table, you see obviously the captain and the commander.
You gotta have the right things for me. I'm telling
You are very.
I know, it
It looks
feels
like-
wrong. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's okay.
I should have brought it before I left the house, but here I am.
Okay.
It's fine.
I brought myself.
You can take notes on
Um,
your phone.
Egan and Sally sit down at the
No.
captain's table.
It's different. You have to write it.
Forgeborn sits down. And then there is Chris. You've seen these people a couple of times. There's a male human with his what is she? Half elf or halfling? Hold on, let me find her again.
Jovial wife.
Yep, the jovial wife.
Scrawny
Yep,
husband.
the half elf. Yep,
Rita?
the half elf wife.
Bob
Yep,
and
Rita,
Rita
Bob
Luna.
and Rita Luna Dream are
Oh,
at the
you guys
table
are
as well.
good.
Yeah, good job. Okay, our distinguished guests, so the head of security and these two are sitting basically at this corner,
Oh, we're right up in front.
of course. And then our owl friends. Where would you sit?
Is Egan sitting at our
Perch, rather.
No,
Egan's sitting at the captain's table.
Oh, wow.
Egan,
Okay.
Sally, and Forgeborn are sitting
And
at the
Ford,
captain's
what about me? Okay.
Hey, you got a distinguished guest spot.
Yeah, we're like right. I mean, you're
I would
you're at
say
the second table.
The
Um,
splash zone.
Ty and Rick. I would say you guys could probably grab a table like somewhere near the front if you would like.
If this was a Gallagher show, you would be in the perfect spot for the splash zone. That's where everybody wants.
Yes, in the back is fine also.
So,
I'm gonna sit closer
is there
to
anybody
this
else
table
at
'cause I wanna
ours?
watch
The three of us are
Okay.
at the same table.
Yes.
Is there anybody else with us?
No, that's what I'm saying. If you all want to sit together, if you want to make it known that you're all together, you can all sit together
Seems
if
like
you
there
would
should
like.
be more than 3 people at the table.
There is
But
enough space at the table that you could all sit together if you would like.
I don't know if I should be. Should we be seen with each other?
Yeah, that's.
I
We
mean,
don't always
I would-
make happy choices.
No, I would think that you and I walked in together.
Yeah.
So like us together would make sense. And
Yeah,
with-
you three are for sure
with
together.
Chris
It's
together,
you
that makes
two
sense.
that.
Yeah. Do we invite the other short table?
we don't really. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know that
outwardly in
guy.
public, we don't really.
So, I
hang
would
out.
assume.
Well,
I would assume that the,
We're not
the
friends.
head,
me
The
and-
child, I
the
assume,
second,
could
third,
be here.
like,
The child
the
wants
closest
to.
to
I'm
the-
underneath.
I would
Yeah,
assume
Will
Or
is
you could be
the
walking
captain's
around. It's up
table
to you.
We've been seeing.
would be
Yeah.
other ship people and probably these rooms.
Yeah,
So-
so packed nearest
Yeah.
the main table is yes the wealthiest of individuals. And
Well,
yeah, I
I
guess
think-
the only wild card I think would be Goder.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I'm the loner, but friendly.
No,
so
because
I'll
me
be
and
people.
Quillith have spent enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can hang out at my fancy table. With
Oh
me.
my gosh,
Chris
where's
Rowan's not
Victoria?
here, so we have another.
You should be sitting with
Puking
Philip.
in the bathroom.
You should just go over and sit on his lap.
Oh yeah.
Go sit next to
Yeah.
her.
Probably at Victoria's table.
Yeah. So did I put Victoria in her bunk? Or
She
is
did get
still?
fucked up.
So-
I would-
She's in the restroom at the moment.
She's having a moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
she's powdering her
is
nose.
So since Merble has a room, could she be at my table at our table?
Sure, if you want Morball to sit with you, sure.
There we go.
Yeah.
I am going to salvage this.
We'll fix this.
Dancing's over. You better.
Okay. Morball
As
10.
long as I don't,
Alright.
When we're at dinner, use the right spoon.
Yes.
This is like fancy shit.
Okay,
Try my
so
spaghetti.
you, Rick, you just picked a random table near the back, is what you're doing? Okay, and then Ty, where are you sitting?
I wanted to sit close to this table so that
Okay.
I can.
Next to
Watch
our
the
table.
bakers.
Do you want to sit with the other four, or do you want it to be separate
Oh,
from
all
them?
of you guys are
Yeah.
sitting together.
Yes.
You should just be like, I am obviously a
How many people
distinguished
can we
guest.
have
Be
at a
like a
table?
disgruntled old lady and just.
I would say if you wanted to
Yeah.
fit 6 at a table, you could.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
So so the 2 owls, me,
It-
Merble, and
yeah, so-
fighters.
It's just
Um,
small enough that you can like stack it.
Rowan and Walter are not
Oh, they're not
able to make it. Yeah.
So it's just me. I mean, I'll sit wherever.
And,
Clothes
and,
doesn't
and
worry
Victoria.
about appearing sociable.
Victoria is
in
in
the
the
head.
restroom. She's having a moment.
She's in the head.
That's right. She's still sick.
Yes.
Okay.
She's having an episode.
All right. We seated.
Yes.
Verklempt.
Okay, a fancy
Topical too.
a fancy formal dinner begins. You guys are all brought out drinks and appetizers, and they are placed distinguishedly in front of you. Everybody has multiple pieces of silverware in front of them. If you want to take them, you can. The captain is in his formal wear. The commander is in her formal wear. It looks very distinguished and proper. Everyone is, sitting straight backed. There's gentle kind of like, it wouldn't be called classical in this time, but piano music essentially playing. Everyone's kind of sipping their drinks, their high, tall glass drinks. And the after a few moments, everybody is seated and seated. If you guys want seated and seated, oh God,
Nice.
everyone is seated. If you guys want to do anything in this moment where you're all just kind of, it's calm. There's a good energy in the room though. Everyone's kind of excited. Like this is the captain's dinner. This is like the crowning event of the day. So if anybody wants to do anything in this moment, you can. Otherwise, we will move on.
No, I mean, I feel like I'd probably just idle conversation between the limited conversation we would be having.
Yeah, I feel like if I was my traditional bard self, I would definitely take this moment. You want to do something bardy? Go for it. I would definitely make this about me, but Nepheli is not like that. So I have to step back.
As much as I would make this about myself, this I know is not where I make
Plus,
this
you're
about
head of
myself.
security now, so you really do have to
I made that about myself, so that was my moment for a minute.
Oh, you could do that. Just I just wanted to thank you all as the new head of security. Really secure your position.
Just nail it home!
If you would like to give a speech, this is the time to do it.
You mean like,
Captain gave you the nod,
Yeah.
so
I'm full of ideas.
Don't
They're
draw
not always
attention to
good.
yourself.
We are not drawing
limited
attention
options,
to
I
ourselves at
guess.
this moment.
okay.
Then I think we're good.
Yeah,
All right.
I forgot about my mushroom terrarium thing. Let's
You-
make some.
Do have your mushroom terrarium thing.
I never investigated that because
You did not.
The night. I was gonna make chit chat with my
Table mates?
yes, but yeah, my table mates.
Are you carrying it with you?
No.
have you seen my terrarium?
Yeah, I was like, are you
Oh, dude, what the fuck? We're trying to do dinner here. We can resolve your terrarium
Really?
later. Yeah,
Later. Okay.
I do have a plan for your terrarium.
Oh, nice.
You have a plan for my ornate yoga mat?
I hope you have a plan for your ornate yoga mat.
I'm so sad I don't have any of these weird things.
It sounds like a perfect bed for a 12-year-old halfling.
It does.
Yeah.
Double it
Yep.
over and boom.
Ornate yoga mat.
Yeah.
Didn't you get something weird too? I thought you got a you got a
what
cuckoo
else did
clock.
I get?
Yeah, you guys all got something.
Do I got
I
something?
think so. I didn't put it in your inventories, but I'm pretty sure you got a pocket watch or something, didn't you? Somebody got.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did get something. God, now I got. Oh, that's a lot of notes to go through.
I must
That's
have written
fine.
it down.
I'll have to go through and figure it out.
I didn't create special items for everybody.
They have nothing. I stole it from all of them.
Yeah.
I do want to try to listen in as much as I can to that table to see if anybody mentions Walter.
Oh,
Like,
good.
The fact that he's not there
Okay.
and what.
Yeah, is there an empty chair?
There is an
Oh,
empty chair.
okay.
Yep. He is expected but not present.
Captain's table.
Just so you all know, I'm still low key thinking about cutting his.
That's for later. I'll sit down.
Okay.
You won't make a speech, but you'll sit down at the captain's table.
Basically, it's like the wedding. It's like the wedding party. I don't sit with the wedding party when you're the usher, but you will. You will after dinner. You will make yourself at the dinner at the
Yeah.
wedding party table.
I'm just
Yeah.
there.
I become part
Make
of the
a
wedding.
perception check to listen in then.
I was part of the wedding party all
Oh,
the
actually,
time.
the last wedding I was in for my sister. Yeah, I was absolutely at table after dinner.
Perception.
The whole.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Oh
Of course,
goddamn!
two of the bridesmaids and I were drinking shots. So
You
nice
you overhear
How much
a
you ever
brief
do?
conversation of Sally
More.
and Egan as
Is
they
that
are sitting
right?
next to each other,
Which
and
one?
the spot where
Like,
Walter, you
this
presume,
is
would be
amazing.
sitting is next to
Oh,
them.
interesting.
Egan will state, "Where's the boy? He's not present." And Sally will give him, "He is quite ill. He's unable to attend." And Egan's kind of like, oh, such a failure of a child.
Pretty bold.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Father of the
Yeah. He wins all the day.
Mm-hmm.
Walter's the. I forgot to put an L. He's water.
Water.
Walter is like the brains of the operation. I need to talk to him and also cut off his leg.
He really needs to get over his illness. Snap to it.
Because also, isn't Blue Shield is like connected to either Egan or Walter? Because if I cut off his leg, will that affect something?
Ooh.
Is
Let's
it already
find
being
out.
affected because he's like dying?
If I put this knife in the light socket.
Two knives.
I just want to fuck shit out.
What happens if I shoot a paper clip into the outlet?
Yes.
Could that possibly go wrong?
So one of the guys I worked with in electronics many years ago, his nickname was Sparky because he stuck a fork in the electrical socket as a kid.
Learn that.
And you went into electronics.
Learn that lesson one time,
Like,
right?
That's a bold strategy, dude.
So our Native American employee has a penchant for shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
And back before I ever worked there, he put together something where he like stripped the wires on something, and he would like keep having people pick it up, and they turn it on and they go like this.
Oh,
He
dude.
did it to one guy, and I think the guy had a pacemaker, so it was like on, and he was like going like he almost killed the guy. Oh my god!
Which way goes?
It's crazy.
My grandpa at my what's my
I
parents'
know.
house now. When my grandpa was still alive, he wired up the doorknob to the floor mat outside the door. So when the mailman came to the door, he was shocked every single time.
Dick.
Every single time.
Holy cow.
Yeah, every time. Every time the mailman came to the door.
Did you think it was so cool though?
He died before I knew about it. My dad told me the story. Anyhow. Okay. Anybody else want to try to listen to or see any conversation or talk to anybody? Otherwise, we're moving on.
I'll try
I
to
want to
listen.
do one, but it's gonna ruin the dinner, so I'm just gonna.
Okay. Then we'll do Neff.
Okay. I was gonna try to listen and see if like I know they were listening specifically for Walter, but I'm like trying to figure out tension wise between the Egan or the
Bakers.
because of my conversation with Gordy. Not Gordy.
Forge board.
Big 4G.
Like,
Wrong
4G, 4G?
Wrong
4G,
4G.
4G, putting in bud.
Yeah. I would say roll an insight then to see, to feel what the
I
tension's
know.
like.
The Forge. Okay. Inside.
Oh, I had an idea for another one shot.
Not too bad.
Everybody's level 1, and everybody has
18.
skill on they can survive.
That's not
It's
bad.
Like a CR20 monster.
Oh, okay.
Summon my goat army.
Strategize.
18.
Yes.
It's tough because Sally is so professional and so good at covering herself up in her emotions. But you can see that Egan is having a hard time right now, and he's like fidgeting, he's tapping nervously, he's impatient. It looks like he's like he wants this to be over. Like he's like, come on, let's go. So you feel like there's something there that Egan knows is coming
Okay.
that perhaps the rest of the table does not quite fully understand.
Oh. Okay. Then I think I might to the table that I'm at. Well, we have one rando here, right? The hot chick you like?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Murball's there.
Okay.
She half orc.
She's
Half orc, yeah.
Oh, I thought she was full orc.
No, she's
No,
half
she's half orc.
Half
She's all woman though.
Yeah,
orc? Oh, woman.
No. That voice.
No, this is perfect for Merbal.
Well, for half orc, maybe that's actually pretty.
Would you like to dance with me a little more?
I'd like to dance with your dates.
Is the accent going to be a little Austrian now?
Yeah, maybe she's gonna get a little beefier.
It might help.
Well, I still am gonna say to the table, I wonder if there will be unplanned events happening tonight.
Can I, with my mind link, it says I can talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just listen without letting them know that I'm there?
Just be in their head.
No, they are very aware of your presence when you mind link with them. Yeah. But you have mind linked with Sally, so you
And
could
you
speak
could-
with her. if you'd like.
You could mind link with me, unless you didn't take that as like a drop of anything. You were probably like, she's just saying stuff.
Fucking crazy enough.
Well, I mean, I guess because like I don't. What I wanted to do was talk to Warforged and bring up Azure Aegis, but
Just
That
pop
would-
into his head and
I
say
know
that
that's
and see what
like,
happens.
I want to just do a whisper, Azure Aegis, and then just pop out, and then just have him go like, "What the fuck's going on?" No, yeah, I'll mind link with you and just kind of. What do you mean by that?
And I'm gonna say, it seems to me Egan is waiting for something to happen, and I'm not quite sure everybody else is aware of this fact.
Did you get the sense it had to do with the guy in the engine room?
God, does it have to do with the guy in the engine room?
If only I would have asked that question.
Did you get that sense? You sensed that it was one of Egan's grand plans.
That I'm gonna be like some sort of grand plan of Egan's, I'm sure.
I wouldn't be surprised because that agent. I think when I talked to him, he didn't seem to be surprised about the agent.
Can I use this to my advantage though? Because now we know that something might happen. So we're gonna be more perceptive. So like we could be inspired or get a bonus to like perception checks, Scott. You know? Because we're on top of it now.
What are you trying to find out?
Nothing yet, but I want it in my back pocket.
I actually, so you said I could walk around.
Yeah, you can get them.
Can I sneak under
Motivate.
the tables and look if there's like anything?
Socks.
hidden on the-
Yes, loose
Like
change.
a 5-year-old
Stuck
kid.
underneath the table.
Oh, bit of foot hockey going on down there.
Looking for gum?
No, looking for gold and silver.
Table candy.
No, I was thinking like looking, seeing if anything's like stuck underneath the tables, like I don't know. if there's
Bombs.
something-
Bombs.
Well, that's
It's
more
bomb.
like that. but,
Everyone's
like,
got a bomb on their table. Sure, you
You
can.
can't
Yeah,
say bomb on an airplane.
yeah.
We're in an
You
airship.
can't say bomb
Yeah.
on an airship.
Even anything like
They're
on the
pre-9/11.
floor or anything that I can see from.
Sure. So
We'll
you're
see what happens
you're
when
like
this
at
thing
that
goes
front
down.
table.
Yeah, with
I
the
would
Titanic
say
voyage. We'll see how this goes.
you could pretty easily get to like other tables in the area, but getting up to the captain's table would be exceptionally difficult
Yeah.
because there's like a perimeter around. But
Yeah.
you're obviously welcome to try if you would like, whichever you would want to do.
I just want to go to first of all the tables.
Okay, so check your table first. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, make a perception check under your table.
Man, and then you're journeying.
18.
18. Yeah. Looks clean. Looks like a table. There's some gum stuck under there.
Nice.
Lots of socks.
Love it.
Nothing too exciting.
Oh no, my
Are
friends,
there
I
any
don't wanna-
interesting signs like sharks? By
Grab
your legs?
Merbal's leg and give it the.
Why?
I
have soccer
was
shorts
thinking of
on.
Aren't those
tying
great?
your shoes to the shoelaces.
I'll do that to Egan.
Oh, if I get up there. If I get up there.
Might be a good way to get shot.
That's how Egan dies. You tie your
Yeah.
shoes together. Dead.
Oh.
He goes to fix him and hits his head on the table.
No, he stands up and then just unbeknownst, falls
off.
Exactly.
Ty brings up a good point.
Yeah.
I could probably go up to the table if you're under my skirt, and I could get you to his table.
Oh.
But then you'd be stuck under his table, because I doubt you'll be able to leave without being
Just
noticed.
unless you just, I mean, like all I need to really do is like
Get
sneak
out,
one
check,
way,
and then
sneak
get
the
back.
other way. So, or I mean, or you could just stand at one end, talk to
And then
someone,
walk
and then
to the
walk
other
to
side.
the other end.
I'm not gonna
Exactly.
talk, I'm just gonna stand and walk.
Yep.
That's
just
more
gonna
Neth. That's way more Neth than talking.
What are you doing? Standing here?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't look under the table.
But I can probably do that, not
Yeah.
because I'm close to anyone technically, but because Egan.
Yeah.
Do you want to try
Egan's
that?
on the platform up here, right?
Yeah, he's sitting at that table with the rest of the flight crew.
I think that might be actually a good first step instead of going to the other ones. Just see what he's got,
Okay.
even if he's like holding something.
I really do feel like you and Ty are like the brains of the operation. So I was like, that's a plan. I'm just, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna
I
try.
bring no brains to the plan.
I bring a good time. Okay, we're gonna go up to the table.
That's what the bard is supposed to say.
I'm
You
always
missed your
part
you
bard.
missed your chance, Bard.
I will take one level in bard, and it'll all make sense again.
Yes,
Yes.
Neff is
The world will be
first level
pure.
Bard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
She
support-
could, because gladiator is like a bard thing.
Yeah.
I support
Could you
this.
imagine Neff playing the lute?
She's not gonna play music. She's
She's
gonna play.
Paint pictures.
I could kill you if I wanted. Yeah.
Dance? A dance bard?
Yes, it's stand-up comedy.
Oh, she'd be so funny.
But like,
It's
like,
so
like,
dry.
like a German, but like German comedy.
Yeah, it'd be like pure British humor.
Yeah.
Dude, I almost died listening to Dungeons and Dragons. They did a little like 3-episode one, and one of them was a French poodle, and they did stand up like just raw stand up 80s jokes, and there was one where he's like, "Yeah, that was the first time she's ever been wet in her life," and like to the guy's husband and stuff. It was just, I almost died. It was so terrible. Oh, that's exactly what Neff would be doing for her jokes.
There's you as a bard.
I love it.
So I
I
actually.
tried interpretive dancing.
So that's actually the reason I sent that is because when we did the one shot at my house, she said,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna do an interpretive dance."
Yeah.
For the day. And I'm like, oh.
There were some amazing dance scenes at your house, I'm not gonna lie.
It was very interesting. I was on
pretty
tables.
good. It was pretty good.
That was one of the better ones. That's right up there.
And
with
then
when
I,
you stole
like-
the dog.
I like do
the
the
power went her
movements.
and the internet went out.
Yeah.
It's always a good time when we have one shots at your place.
Amazing.
That's true. Actually, they've all been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was up there.
Lots of laughing for sure.
There wasn't a dog though, so -2 points for that.
Alright.
I wish I knew what was up with Will. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Jeez, you guys, off the map.
Yep.
I'm,
Alright, what are you doing?
I'm getting up. The child is in my skirt, and I'm gonna walk very naturally to the table.
Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. You approach the captain's table and they all...
Well, I don't want to go right in the middle. I'm gonna go to the side. I'm gonna go on the side. It'd be weird to go right in the
You
middle.
definitely gotta go to the side so you can
Yeah,
drop
get
her
in.
off.
So instead
and
of
go
going
around.
up the steps, you climb up the side of the railing.
It's hard to hide some of your extra.
Okay, I guess I go up the steps.
Okay.
And then I just like don't acknowledge them if they're
You
near
just
me, and
ignore
I
the
walk
cap?
to the end.
I don't know.
I need to be at the end of the table.
I think going over the railing actually would make more sense. But
Yeah, it's what you're used to as a fighter.
It would, but the
Just-
skirt thing is right. It'd be hard for the
that's-
You can
child.
tell her to hold your leg and leap over the rail like a real WWE fighter.
Like, well, and then I fumble
you have to
though,
do,
and I
like,
get a bad
acrobatics
roll,
check
and then here's a child in my skirt. Then I mean, we do.
I
nothing
was
against
pregnant
that.
this whole time?
Did Neff grow a tumor?
That'll confound you again.
I'll just like walk up
Yes.
there, and they can look
The hell?
at me, and I'll just like turn to
Come
the
on,
side.
come on,
and
come on.
I had
Okay.
a reality show. I didn't know I was pregnant or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just straight up walking right past Captain Commander and
Oh yeah.
dead set on speaking with Egan. Okay.
I'm dead set on getting to one end of the table so I can walk to the other end.
Okay.
What game is this?
Oh, the music?
Yeah,
I'm not even listening
Have you
to
ever
it.
played Ape Escape?
I think it's Mega Man. No, I have not.
Ape Escape's really good, and there are casinos with monkeys with guns. This sounds like the music that they would play at the
Does it?
casino.
Okay.
This
It sounds very Mega Man.
It's been a long
Or like
Flight crew team seems uninterested in your appearance.
Oh, like all? Okay,
All of
sick.
them. Yeah.
They're probably
Streets of
used to it.
Fury.
Yep.
Okay, so I go to the end of the table.
Yep.
Who's on the end? Is it 4G? And then
Yeah,
the
I would
wife, and
say-
then Egan? I need an order.
Yeah, Forgeborn's probably at the end. Actually, there would be an empty seat where Walter would sit, then Forgeborn, then
Okay.
Egan, then Sally. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I guess I will go up there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stand close to the edge of the table so the child can easily get out from under my skirt and go
Okay.
under there, unnoticed. Oh well, because there's an empty seat here. Maybe I'll be like,
There is an empty seat at the end, yeah, where Walter would sit.
Bargain, we have a last
shall I join you at
They do.
your
Luna dream.
table?
What?
Luna dream.
Dream? Hold on.
You're asking who are you asking to join that?
The bakers, kind of. Shall I join you? There's an empty spot.
Um,
I'm kind of in a bit.
Forgeborn will say, please. And Egan's like, now's not the time. And Sally's just like,
No. Drinking and forgetting.
so take that as you will.
When is the time? I shall walk around the table, go back down, and come back, and then is it the time?
This
Per-
checks out.
Egan will give you the proceed to your designated seating area. And Forgeborn's like, they could sit. And Egan gives him the...
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll finish my part, but like you're doing stuff during this, right?
Are you escaping?
I am escaping and searching.
Okay, make a stealth check to escape.
16.
That's not
What is
awful.
your bonus to sneak?
Oh, it's probably wild, yeah.
Oh wow, what'd you
Where's
actually?
your rough halfling?
What'd you get,
Nice.
16?
16, yeah.
My best
You
bonus is
you
plus
feel you are
5.
not noticed.
Rogues, man. Rogues.
That's more than my bonuses. I've got +2s.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm lame.
What are your saves though? Are your saves pretty high?
Oh, let me check. No, not really. Oh, I guess Constitution is really high because I'm fucking a robot, kind of.
Robot
Fucking
barbarian.
robot.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm
Poison
a robot
probably doesn't
barbarian.
work very well on me.
You feel you are not noticed and you are under the table at the moment.
Nice.
So whatever you would like to do.
James.
You two have been hanging out way too long.
I'm into this music.
Sorry, changing it.
You just spoke too late.
We'll come back. I literally was clicking the button as you said. Never failed.
It's okay. You can crush my dreams. I crushed the
Okay,
dreams of
we were
3
gonna get
children.
something a little more.
Actually,
It's
Yeah,
all about,
yeah.
suited
it's
to
all
the
about
scene.
crushing dreams.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
To the theme.
Try this one.
This weekend's theme: crushing dreams.
Crushing dreams. Okay. What are you?
Brought to you by the letters C.
I'm gonna first look to see if there's anything under the table.
Oh yeah, make a perception check.
Any guns, weapons.
18.
18. You find an extremely well-made table with multiple legs under it. Does not seem to be anything out of the ordinary other than it's just a nice table with a bunch of legs sticking out.
You could steal a leg. It's well crafted, right? So
It is
you could get
well
money for
crafted.
that.
Might as well. We could use it as a club since we don't have weapons.
Steal one of the middle
Let's
legs at
just
least. then it
disassemble the table.
The table like is probably bigger than she is.
Yeah, more than
That's
likely.
a fair assessment.
How did you steal that? I put it underneath my cloak. It's bigger than you.
It'll fit under your skirt, right?
Yeah, everything.
Script of holding.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can I see if Egan has anything on him? I know I searched his pockets earlier, but like, and
See
like,
who's packing.
yeah, like any, like,
Well, we know he's not packing his weapon.
Sure, make an investigation check
Maybe
on
it's two.
Egan.
Oh, that is true.
19.
I doubt
19. He has some exceptionally nice shoes. His slacks are well made and finely stitched. You don't see anything of concern on him.
God, can I tie his shoes together?
If you would like to make a sleight of hand check, you could definitely tie his shoes together.
Nice.
17.
Oh, Betsy,
Oh
what's
boy.
Pretty good
What's
roll.
going on? Why are you huffing? Oh my goodness.
So you go to begin to tie his shoelaces together, and his feet start flickering, like moving, like And in that moment, you feel like he's about to start looking under the table at you.
Can I catch this?
You see him definitely about to like.
Okay, then I'm gonna put my hand on the table. Because I don't know.
What do you mean now isn't the time?
Yeah. I'm gonna like kind of slam the table, and then I'm gonna be like, does he look at me?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you slam your hand down, yeah, the whole room's gonna stop and look at you.
That's something I would do right now. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Again, do I see this as the head of security?
Yeah, I mean you're
right
sitting
there.
right there. Yeah.
Are you gonna join in?
I'm gonna stand up
Okay.
as you make a scene. In front of
Make
this
a
guy.
scene. There was a bug.
It is no longer.
It's fine now. You're welcome.
Alright, I will sit back down. I gotta play the security.
Yeah,
I gotta play the security role.
God.
I'm a newbie.
I
don't
hope
know
that
if we
didn't
should get into
ruin
this.
like me for Forgy though, because I'm kind of into our thing.
I was gonna say, I think Forge might be into you.
Yeah.
There's a moment where you slam your hand down that everyone is like. It's a tense ship. There was like an ambush on this ship.
It was a bug.
Everyone's like, are we going to even make it to our destination? And now the pit fighters are trying to kill the captain. Like, so everyone is currently staring at you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, the bug is gone. And then I'm gonna like, I don't want to. They can't see that there's not a carcass, so I'm gonna slowly like slide my hand back to the side, and then do this, and then I'm like,
Make a deception check.
well, if I fail, I'm gonna be like, it wasn't a bug. My bad.
I don't think it's time to scratch and steal something.
I was thinking, can I help her by like flicking something on the floor, like a little bit of dirt off my shoes? So that it looks like
Sure, you
Dirt bug.
you can give her advantage if you would like.
That's worse.
Sorry. I need to roll again. I get really stressed. Okay, I have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't very good, was it?
No. Give me a 10,
Okay.
which is. Should I use a different die? I'm just scared.
No, I think you're just
Do it.
You're good. You can do it. I believe in you.
Just remember, D&D's more fun when shit goes wrong.
It's something.
Oh, no, one better. Or is it the same?
No, that's a 6. So the 10 is my highest.
So the 10 better.
Do you add anything to that? Or?
No, because it. Wait, I rolled a 9, right? Yeah. Okay, 1 minute. Now I'm mathing wrong.
Math is hard.
Yeah, it is.
Was your other one a 9?
Yeah.
Oh, and then the last one was a 6?
Yes.
Okay, plus what?
Which means I am.
Deception?
Yeah. So
Plus 2.
11.
11.
11.
One more than 10.
11.
We got there.
Okay.
You should have seen the other judge. She was like adding numbers in her head so easily, and I'm like, I'm really sorry. Basic math is not my skill.
Egan is going to stand up. Nephilim, sit down.
Be like,
Oh, in the chair you didn't want me to sit?
yeah, I know. In this chair,
Okay.
I'll be like, understood.
Return to your seat.
Understood. And then I'm gonna begin walking. I feel like I want to walk behind them.
How,
to
first
get
of all,
to the
how
other side.
close, how much did I tie his shoes together? Like, did I start and then?
Like you started to untie him, and he felt somebody like.
Okay, got it.
yeah.
So they're not. Okay, cool.
They are not tied together. They are. Yes. They are untied.
Oh, while I'm
Yeah.
there. Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, I can still walk to the other side. But if you get under my skirt, then I'll like abandon that.
Okay, make another stealth check to get back under her skirt.
I'll probably say you're welcome.
10.
Oh boy, rough times. Let's see who cares if anybody.
I hit the table again. The bug! Oh. Could I help in any way? I like fluff out my skirt. I like do this.
Do I see
Yeah, I curtsy.
eyes going towards
That's
her?
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So
I
Do
can
I see
curtsy.
eyes going towards her?
The only one that seems to care is Sally. She's the only one that is like.
Well,
Then
Sally
I am-
has seen the child.
Then I'm going to mind link and like, do I notice that Sally is?
You see Sally like full on like
Okay.
looking down at Neffley's skirt.
Then I'm going to mind link to her and just say,
Don't worry about it.
she's with us. We're trying to protect you and Walter.
Okay.
And as the scene is progressing, as you're at the end of the table, and I will tell everybody that everything is fine. She's returning to her seat.
Yeah,
Calm
mention
down.
your head of
Okay.
security.
Yeah, that's security.
Oh, what is security? Oh,
Everything's fine.
We're good. We're good.
Do you have a
So-
badge flash?
I just have my security uniform.
Yeah.
Made out of aluminum foil.
So as you mind link with Sally and tell her that, she full on puts her hand on Egan's shoulder, stands up, and dumps her drink in his lap.
Sally, she's gonna get
Oh,
beat for that.
I'm so sorry,
She
dear.
is though. That's a domestic abuse relationship.
I'm so sorry, dear. Oh my gosh, I spilled. And Egan's full attention goes to her, and you see him flare of like a beet red, like rage building in his eyes, and he like has that motion where he's gonna like wind up, and he catches himself that he's like in a very public place and sitting at the captain's table, and is just like, sit down, dear. Catches himself.
You're from the crowd. Whoa. I love it.
How close am I to Egan?
Well,
I'd say probably like 20-ish feet away.
Oh, so I'm a decent distance away. Okay.
Yep.
I would have stepped
Because if
in
we were
between.
next to each other, I'd been like, oh, couldn't hit me, can't hit a woman. Kind of weak.
I would have done something.
I am totally poking that bear.
Because Sally and I don't have a good relationship, but if I saw her do that, I'd be like, well, obviously she's helping us. I'd probably karate chop the table or something. It'd be fine.
Okay.
I'll say how unfortunate, and then walk away and go have a seat.
Okay. You go back to your table. You seat yourself. Are we doing anything else?
I'm gonna be like, did you guys just see that? That was pretty smooth, wasn't it?
He was gonna smack a bitch.
Back to my lonely
like-
table way back on
smooth
your
like
perception
gravel.
check just to
Yes.
perceive what's going on, see if there's
Sure.
anything
See if
I
you
should be paying attention to.
Yep. Go for it.
I am very perceptive.
Yes.
I got 20. Not that.
Ooh, goddamn. You have seen this entire event unfold. You've seen the anger rise and fall. From where you are sitting in the back, you've seen that people have been ushered to their seats, and the doors have been shut, and there's now I would say you don't know for sure, but it looks like they're probably locked or sealed, at least in some way. Like, everyone is expected to be on the main deck now.
And we have double secret advantage because I told you some sketch might happen.
Yes.
Just as a reminder,
Can
guy.
you tell him that sketch was happening?
No,
What I-
because he's way on the other
We're
side
probably-
of the
Or
room.
mentally?
Yeah, no, he's probably too far away. I think my
Oh,
reach is about
okay.
30 feet, so I can reach Sally, but I don't know if I can reach.
Yeah.
And the head of security is just, he doesn't even know.
He's just
Well,
enjoying
On the
his
other
drinks.
side of the
huh?
table, yeah.
Typical security agent.
Oh no.
Yeah, Sally's about the limit of my.
Okay, got it.
But Vicky's not here.
She might be the only one that lives,
Maybe
whatever's
she
about
locked
to
us in.
happen.
Yep.
Oh,
He's
that
bad guy.
Oh,
This
yeah.
whole time it's
Always
been
gotta be down on Vicky.
I know.
Oh, you guys hate my girlfriends. I
Have
hate
you
those.
seen her personality? What did she call you with a PH?
Filthy.
Filthy with a PH.
Filthy with a PH.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think she's the.
Demi
She's
Gleason.
the red herring.
Yeah, yeah, she's not the MacGuffin. She is the bad
She
guy.
is the red herring.
All right, you guys plot out your plans. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then we're doing the captain's agitation.
Oh, Captain's gonna speak.
So if
I
things go
quieted down
south, I think, if I remember right, the bridge is actually accessible from us.
Yeah, you could fly up on it. I mean,
Yeah, it's
It is
above-
open,
it's
yeah.
above- Yeah, it's above.
Who can fly? Oh, that's right. Okay.
they flew on there.
And
Yeah.
someone can throw me and you, probably. Well,
Yeah, how?
Mm-hmm.
who has
I'm
strength?
very
Strength.
acrobatic.
Are you strength or you dex?
I'm more dex.
We're both
but-
dex.
We'll just
Oh,
stack
are
on
you-
top.
You're a dex fighter too?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a -1 in strength, but I could probably chuck you.
What's your strength?
+1.
Oh, that's more than mine.
Yeah.
Strength is literally my
I went straight dum-dumville.
Oh, that's where you're dumb.
I am wise but stupid.
No, I have intelligence.
-1.
You learn from your mistakes. Is what
I
it is.
do learn from my mistakes, and I make a lot of them.
Then you'll be getting smarter. soon.
Hopefully.
I get a +2 for intelligence. I'm so smart. Killing that bug was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I got
So,
a minus.
I'm real
I'm
eager.
total bard. In rogue, I got a -1 to strength.
The same. We're weak little ones. Are you strong?
So, I
Am
mean,
I
for
strong?
all intents and purposes,
No, I'm like.
you are the only one that really knows that the doors are kind of barred.
So wait,
And
so
I'm
you're
really
the only
eager to
one
find
with
out.
positive strength?
Really?
Yeah, I'm full 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a -1.
-1.
I'm the
-1.
strongest. Ooh, I'm not gonna go well for us.
We did not zero section this party.
No, we did not very well at all.
I have
We're
good
doing so far, we're doing
constitution.
We are doing
Let's-
fine.
I have advantage
Single
against
fight
being
is for me.
poisoned.
Here's the thing. Let's see if we can figure out a way to have Tom allow it to be a saving throw, and then it's +4.
You could be saving their life
No.
with the throw.
Yes.
Third level, I think wants some expertise because I'm a bard and a rogue. So we should be. Things will start getting better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Third level is where things happen.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't. Can we get to level 9 right away, and then I can just.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking?
Get a
No.
loan on that.
Maybe
Some skill points in
making
the
it start
I like that.
First bank of DM.
And that's
Exactly.
right. She might
Can I
know.
pay you tomorrow for 2 hamburgers
Yeah.
today?
Yeah,
Like,
perfect.
What did you do with Rune Lenren?
Oh, none of your business.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much we can do because you're really the only one that you'd have to come up and be like,
But
"Hey,
Gail
everybody!
is here.
Just in case you were wondering, you can't get out."
Where's
I'm not sure about that.
Gail's
So
in.
I'm,
Right.
I'm
You better
like
ask Gail.
looking for a reason, like,
Gail's-
those
Gail's-
nice
Is
dinner
Gail
rolls.
related to
Darn,
Vicky?
I
You
just
would
got
know.
those nice floury dinner rolls all over my nice
just
black.
wondering.
No, he was
shit.
hitting on her.
I should go out and
Oh,
finish
sure,
myself
that's
off.
right.
Well, I mean that doesn't actually.
Yeah, I was
mean
like,
anything.
depending on where
Are
they're
girls
from.
securities thing?
Are they third cousins?
It was like the
Like
first
that.
thing that
Well,
made
yeah,
me-
because do we have?
first
Gail
thing that
have
made me
them?
brought
Oh
it.
no, handfuls of gravy all over myself.
That's the second course. I'm looking for the first
Do you know
course.
what
Oh, ranch. Goddamn ranch. It's always ranch.
Meal, right?
Second
Like,
course
it's
is
just waiting.
pure
Cool.
ranch.
Yeah, getting coagulated. Yeah.
Also,
Yep.
I don't know right now.
Ranch dressing. It's a ranch
I
dressing.
said, well, they're both half.
Just start
so they're
drinking the
probably
ranch.
related somewhere.
Oh, this ranch dressing's going all down my pants.
Yeah. Well, I have
Which one?
elf as long as elf.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
But
Stealing your.
descendants
fine.
You go like
from,
this.
but they're half elf
Oh, my.
from some elf lineage, so
Is that
they're
everything I do?
most likely.
Oh, it's all over.
Really?
I should go
It's
back to the-
everywhere.
Yep. It's everywhere.
It's like all
I'm
the
definitely gonna go
all
back to
kinds
Yep.
of related. Somewhere along the line.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Anything going on, or are we ready here?
No, because it just doesn't seem like there's an opportune thing for us to do.
Is Nikki attracted to other family members?
Yeah, I was just.
And that's what we were talking about.
I was just wondering if she did know me personally because we have Gail here, so and she's an elf.
She's
so
a half
maybe
elf.
A half elf.
Gail's a half elf.
I don't know if this is maybe like a family affair, and she called me filthy because she knows me personally.
Are they
Has
united?
heard
Are they
of
united
me.
together?
But
Are
then
they-
he brought
they're
up
the
that
big bads?
You can
She
make an
flirted.
insight check if you like.
Oh, I
They
will.
flirted.
Okay. Because I want to know. I was
Because
gonna
of their
also.
elf, because of their elf lineage, they're probably related at some point on the line.
Yeah, and I was also gonna ask somebody, did we learn like where the crew came from? Like the twins, the pilots? Is this like the whole group came as one to work on the ship, or is it
That's a
did
Okay.
Egan handpick them? Oh well, that's a force. Let me see what my
as far as you know.
insight
There.
is.
You don't.
Oh, I got good insight. That's a 9.
Whoa!
She and you don't recall her other than this experience that you've shared together. She's not shown any indication that she knows you other than as an owlin.
Okay.
That's a good question. I think I'm going to ask the captain that. Like, Captain, as a war hero, were you allowed to hand pick this crew? Is this the best of the best that you
Are
got
you-
to select it?
Are you asking from our table? Like,
Oh
what do you
my god! What's with the crew?
I thought we were right next to the captain.
I mean, you're like at the corner. He's, if you want to go up to him and speak to him, you can. But you are a good 30, 40 feet away from him at the moment.
You can shout across. No
Captain's
judgment.
my captain.
Yeah.
Give him his head.
That seems like a lot. I can't reach. If it's 30 or 40
That's
feet,
right.
Drop your keys are very far away.
Oh, when
Oh, I
he
dropped my
gives his speech,
keys.
when he gives
Okay.
his speech, raise your hand and then you.
Question about the crew. What's with the head of security? Is he new?
Before you start,
But he is great.
Okay, I will say, before we begin speeches here, if anyone else wants to make insight checks about what's going on or what they feel they know, now is the time. Otherwise, we're moving on to speeches.
Sure, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do an insight check.
Yeah, I
What
wanna do it.
specifically, though?
Yeah, I was like, can I just?
What are you
insight?
trying to insight?
I'm looking at everything.
Is there
with your
Whoa.
owl eyes.
What's
Yeah.
the answer to the universe?
Yeah.
42?
42.
Is there anything
But
going
what
on?
is the question?
So as far as I'm aware, 2 exits to this place are the dais and back there, or third would be the bridge. But
Yes.
The most likely exit people would think of is this right there.
Correct.
Is there anything sneaky going on back there? Like anybody guarding the door or anything
Okay.
like that? And it's a big 4, so I saw
4.
nothing. Don't think about it.
You saw the doors close and the wait staff is kind of just like lined up back here right now. Like
Yeah.
Do they look like regular weight stuff, or are they like?
Yep. Yeah, it looks like the same people you've
I
seen
think we
throughout
should do
your
a
trip,
better
that
look
they're
around, too.
just very patiently waiting for people to take drink orders and whatnot so
Sure.
that they can get
Yeah,
to
what's
the bar.
yours?
and
My
serve.
insight's +5.
And I wanted
you.
to see.
Do you wanna
I wanted
help,
to look
like-
up
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
bridge, and I wanted to see kind of what the pilots are doing.
I was gonna do
Okay.
that too. Can I help?
Sure, you can give advantage if you would like. Yep.
Oh, okay.
We're buddies. The
Somehow
child
you
in my
somehow you
sorority.
sneak over there and you
It's the
tell her.
owlin in them. They're part owlin now.
Okay, so I got a dirty 20 because I rolled a 15.
Okay, so you see, what are the names? Mirabelle, I think is her name. Hold on, let me find her again.
I can perform real well.
Mirabelle and Melvin Farlight are both half elves. Yep.
Oh, so it's a different Merble?
Mirabelle.
Oh,
Mirabelle,
Oh, not Merble.
not Merble.
Like Encanto.
And
Isn't that 5?
I gotta remember. I believe Mirabelle operates the fire, and Melvin operates the air.
Sorry, what did you say his name was?
Melvin Farlight. They are twins. You have seen them throughout your trip. They've been pretty like that's their position. That's where they stay. There was the moment where they took breaks and you had the ship drop and whatever, but other than that, they have been constantly at their positions and very professional in their appearance. They've not seemed to alter or sweat or anything. You say you got a natural or unnatural 20?
Yeah.
Okay. You see that Mirabelle, from where you're sitting, looks like she's struggling a little bit more than Melvin is. This seems to be taking more out of her than what it looks like Melvin is.
Because she got the cool element.
Yep.
And what element does she control?
I believe she's the fire one, but I would have to
Believe.
Sorry, I
She
don't
is
have it in
now.
front of
It's
me.
too
You
late.
don't have the command deck up here.
It's too late.
I'm pretty
She
sure
is
she's
now.
fire.
And she's. Does the fire mean that we're going higher? Is she using more fire? Like a hot air balloon?
I see what you're saying.
Are we going
Your insight reveals that it doesn't seem to matter which element they're using. It's just a mental capacity thing to hold concentration on this thing. And she seems like she's struggling more than her brother to just hold the elemental.
Maybe she needs a nap. They working all the
higher?
time.
But they've seemed chill
Yep.
the entire time.
Yep, this is the first time though that you've really actually like looked at them and tried to like pay attention to them. And now that you're actually paying attention and looking and you rolled so well, you're able to see that yeah, she's struggling a little bit here. Like compared to her brother, this looks hard for her.
Maybe
So-
she should get good. But also, yes.
Yeah. So Neff and I want to make kind of a combined insight since we're mind link.
Yep.
Hoping for advantage on that.
Okay.
And she's going to kind of look around while I look around and get an insight into that thing that Egan only knows about, like that
Okay.
plan that Egan's got or whatever
Okay.
is going on there.
Whomsoever wants to roll should roll with
Okay.
advantage for that.
All right. So that would be a 22.
22. So you know that Egan and Walter have worked on this ship together. They've built something here. Last episode, you learned about a little bit about Blue Shield, and I think you learned about the other,
Yes, we did.
the Sybaris Shield. Egan seems like this is his moment. This is his big reveal moment, and he's stressing about it. So, knowing what Walter told you, this is probably the whatever. It's either Blue Shield or Sybaris Shield, but it's coming up now. Like, this is what he's been waiting for.
And now, as in during the captain's speech, like...
Yeah, some tonight.
Do we get the vibe that people are gonna get hurt by whatever's happening? Like, is it a
Yeah, with that 20...
or is it him showboating?
You make an insight check.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why I apologize, but okay, I
Mhm.
will. Okay.
That was going to be what I asked, too, so... Way to be honest.
So advantage. They're
She's
both
on
making
it.
a five.
Yeah.
I would say you could have advantage because you know Egan personally.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
I've been instructing you to give me double secret advantage, but I appreciate
Every
you
time, yep.
giving me. I appreciate it coming from you. Okay, good. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
And would I know this while we're modeling?
That's up to Neff then. Okay,
It
so
depends on what trauma I'm about to
you're,
receive.
you're,
Cool.
you're asking if you think people are going to be hurt by this. So you have known Egan long enough to know that while he is not mentally sound, he does what he thinks is right for the greater good. So he's trying, and his so far, as long as you've known him, his goal has been to try and solve the Warforged problem. He's been trying to find a solution for the banning of Warforged
Because he wants them to be better.
because he wants them to be better. And so you don't necessarily feel that the general populace is in danger. You feel like this is something that is big. This is for him to be this nervous and this worried and have this size ship at his disposal. This is something larger than just these people.
Okay. Then I would do my best to, I guess, tell you that something much larger is happening. But I feel like this is only just the beginning kind of a thing. That's what
Yep.
I've taken away. Like, I think it's much larger. Whatever's going to happen now is going to have a bigger effect than this airship.
And you would know from that is that it's not necessarily, he doesn't think it's nefarious, but we don't know necessarily that it won't be negative.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
He believes everything he does is right
Yep.
because he's a jerk.
There are like lifeboats or parachutes or anything like that on this ship.
No, it's
We've
the
asked so many
Titanic.
times.
Yeah, it's
And I've
literally
been
the
told to stop
Titanic.
asking.
I'm on now.
You could make an insight check or an intelligence check, being an artificer.
Well, let's try your builder. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna like do an investigator insight check on like what's the escape plan?
Yeah, insight or intelligence, whichever is better for you. Probably intelligence. No one. You could do like.
Yes, intelligence.
yeah.
+3.
Yep.
7.
7. You're a little bit distracted by the surroundings and what's going on, but even still, knowing the construction and the history of House Cannith, who designed this and designed the lightning rail and whatnot, there's probably some sort of safety net. You just don't know what specifically it is.
I'm gonna start sowing panic by asking everybody at my table, "How do we get off this ship?" Wait, I might do this. It's hell of a distraction.
There's a monster on the wing!
How's your performance?
Horrible.
That'll be even funnier. There's a monster on the wing. That'll be even better.
Oh my god, amazing.
I'll let you do that. Wait.
I have better performance, but I would perform to do it badly though.
How can you be a charismatic, weak, but tough? But
I'm an enigma.
Yeah.
I can do acrobatics really well.
Yeah.
The most important part. You know?
Sometimes
Yes.
it's fun for them to be a little fucked up.
If I roll a nat 20 when this thing goes down, I still land safe.
Now I have to go look at your character stats. I'm like, what is going on?
I don't.
Sometimes failure is just fun. Huh? Tell you. Okay. Anybody else want to insight anything they've learned or done or whatnot?
I'm ready for this shit show. Let's go.
Oh, did anybody? Well, Sally's just stone-faced, probably. She's playing her role. Yeah. Sally.
I've been bugging her enough, so I left her alone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
All right. Anybody else? Last call.
No, I think we're set, right?
All right.
We know everything we could.
our blinders are on as we're walking down the hallway to the star.
I see everything.
Here we go.
I've seen nothing.
Oh, no, that's not true.
We really haven't been filling you in on anything.
I have a note
I don't
from
know shit.
Egan Baker that I would slip up into to give to you.
Into her underwear.
Just like shove it.
It's a hatch.
Oh, an underwear note! I love these.
Wow.
This happens
That-
always.
As soon as you said that, I was like mid-drink, and I was just like, oh, do not laugh. Do not laugh.
I will not ask if there's underwear because we're moving on.
The note says, preparations are complete, proceed with test. So I'm assuming this is some sort of test that Egan was talking about on the note that I stole from him.
Okay.
So
I feel like I want to ready in action, but I just don't know what to ready. Ready defense. Oh,
Did you
dodge.
take the note
I'd like
home?
to do my
No.
dodges.
Lame.
yeah,
Well,
none of it, nothing that I got.
oh, should I like
Or date it.
take off my shoe and then put the note between
And
my
throw it at
toes,
somebody.
and then I'm gonna kick you in the shin.
Mmm.
I can just give it to you.
You are also mind linked.
But I feel like I would do it this way.
You would. I 100% believe that. Yes.
For sure.
And can I like roll to like how hard I kick him? I feel like it's gonna hurt.
Sure. Roll to hit.
Nice. This just
You just
seems.
happened to at my table, by the way.
Yes. We'll see where the nut shot goes.
Oh gosh. Can I use dexterity? It's very dexterous because I'm holding it
Sure.
between my toes and it's like this whole process.
Sure. Add your dex bonus.
That's a 10.
I feel like that's the right amount.
Where do you feel you kick him with the 10?
With the 10. I was going for the shin, but I probably like kick your knee or something.
You just
Bump the
brace
table.
Right in your kneecap.
Yeah, and I go, ah! And
Yeah.
then I chew! And then I like sneak down to grab whatever you put into.
And you won't say anything like, why the heck did you do that? You're just like, oh, I know what she means. I'll put my shoe back on.
Don't I feel the shoe hitting me or what?
No, it's my barefoot with the note.
I go, ah! And look down. Ah! Ah!
Okay. Make a sleight of hand to grab that note. God.
Don't worry, I'll cover you.
That's an
Fuck.
8.
Oh my God, you guys are unbelievable. Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
The tables around you notice what's going on and are all kind of like giving you looks of disgust, like they're playing footsie at the captain's dinner.
Oh,
I thought they were mortal enemies. Like, why are they playing footsie?
How would they know what's going on with
Is
my
he
feet?
massaging her foot?
Enemies.
I'm gonna be like, humans get growing pains. He's growing human. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, so do I notice them noticing us?
Oh yeah.
All I want to say is I can just Titanic security. I'm just like nothing to see. We're just going full south.
Hang on.
Many breasts in my head.
Oh, hold on here.
Oh,
Oh boy. Since these two are playing footsie, Merbal attempts to play footsie with you, and full on puts her foot in your pecker. Cause she rolled a natural 1 on that. Hold on, let me
Go
get.
back under your skirt. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, this is like, oh, you're dodging feet left and right.
You're just like, I don't want nothing to do with any of this.
Oh my god, hold on.
How do I play this off? Like,
I'm so sorry. I wish I could think traditionally, but in my head,
Do the bug thing again. That works really well.
10.
yeah. See?
Chris, you take 2 points of nuts damage. As she's a little too aggressive with her foot placement. Now the question is, how do you react to
Yeah,
that?
play it off. You're a performer. Oh, you know in like Monsters Inc. at the end where they like
Alright,
put
hold
on
on,
the
hold
play?
on, hold on.
Let's just put on
Because
play.
that
Just
might
hold
be
on play.
something you enjoy. I don't know.
What was
Hey,
your?
more so help me. Let's just sing it out. That's what I do when in doubt.
So earlier there was what did you state? You said something about
A bug.
No, not the bug. Something about
Growing pain?
no, not the growing pains. What did you say about things later in the
Oh, to everybody. I was
yeah,
like,
when, at the beginning of sitting down, you said, what did you say? You said
there might see. I wonder if there'll be planned.
unplanned events tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, so there is going to be unplanned events tonight. That's my comment after that.
Okay.
Do I mean, could we tell that something happened? Because I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Could they tell that something happened?
I mean, I guess they'd have to.
Because
they'd have to.
I guess it's up to you. Are you trying to keep it?
It's on their perception.
Are you trying to keep it together, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay, make a deception check then.
it feels so good when she screws around.
Oh, it feels so good.
I'm glad I'm waiting back.
This table is
I
wild.
mean, I'm not paying attention to what he's doing.
Did you
because
read
I'm
the
trying
note?
to figure out a way to
Oh.
play this off. Like, my only
Growing
thing,
pains.
yeah, the only thing I can think of was
I got
that like,
15.
oh no, she broke her toe earlier in our fight, and I'm trying to reset it, but that was like a day and a half ago. So it's like, why would you be walking around with a broken toe?
You guys
I'll
notice
shrug it off and grab a
only
note, look at it.
only a slight bit of emotion from Tan at this.
I would immediately tell him that's what was going on. Pure little kid. I don't keep secrets.
Yep.
She's
I'm
my
gonna get the
guardian. I
table.
tell her everything.
Disgusting. We're having our own moment. But I was thinking about it. Maybe I can I never really fully gave the specifics of how robot I am. Can I take off my leg? Because then I'll be like,
Oh my
oops, my legs
God.
fell off. And
Oh
then
my
he
God.
died.
Oh my
I'm gonna say
God.
let's maybe not reveal that. The moment we've done enough, we just cut our losses and be like, yep, we're two come fight with cripples.
No, not in front of 4G. I need
Okay.
to tell mind link with 4G and be like, we're not a thing, Forge. Oh yeah, this is all
That's
happening.
cool.
Oh boy.
Everyone's just waiting.
Oh my God.
Can I mind link with Forge? Am I close enough?
The rest of the tables around you have become more aware of what you guys are doing since the footsie began. So
I didn't do anything.
this
other
is
than get
dinner
kicked.
and a show at the moment.
Let's just keep going until Ethan
Yeah, hi,
finally
are you
blows
Cosby?
up.
It's time to start talking.
He's gonna get mad at some point.
You guys are getting like the people cutting their steaks and like.
It's a party.
I'm going to play it off as this.
Okay.
You are
Alright.
kicking me, and I say, yell to the captain, Captain, it appears to be about time. My associate here has
Speech.
signaled me that it's time for your speech, isn't it?
So during all this foot play, you see Rita Luna Dream is like casually eating her dinner, very calm and proper. She's kind of a sweet old lady, and she puts her hand under the table, and you can see her full on grab Robert's thigh hard, and Robert is like.
Oh, damn.
The
They're not at our table,
hanky
right?
panky appears to be spreading.
Oh,
they are
no.
not at your table. They are at the
God.
captain's table.
So this is the sex version of the fat kid in Stand By Me. Boom, bada, bada.
So,
Cover your
oh boy.
eyes, child. Cover your eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's so true.
The captain and the commander are just very cordially cutting steaks and eating them, and just not paying attention. They don't seem to notice
good.
anything. They are
Well,
still
this is probably
very
going
much
down to
on
the captain and the
I was
commander.
gonna say, did it spread to the captain?
on flight deck time. So the captain looks up at the command deck and kind of gives a squint and stands up and taps his glass and and the captain's like an older half elf. We've described him before. He's like roughly 5'8", starting to get a little bulgier on the waist, but this guy is a full-on war hero. He is decorated. He's wearing his command uniform. He's seen some stuff. He's got white hair, gray eyes. He looks tough. And he goes, I think perhaps it's time that we proceed with the with dinner plans here. Mr. Luna Dream, if you would mind standing
Oh no.
and giving us our prayer.
Maybe not right now.
So
He like stands up with the
Yeah.
with the
roll for boners. It's not bad.
He wasn't that into his wife.
More
So-
surprised than aroused.
Yeah. So Robert Luna Dream, Bob Luna Dream,
Bob. Let's go, Bob.
he is like a 60 or so old human. He's got a bald head, brown eyes. He's very wrinkled. He's maybe 5 foot tall. He's thin. He's bony. He's got very kind looking eyes, soft voice. He's got this curly mustache that comes up and around, real dapper looking. And he's going to stand.
Marriage. Is it wasn't for me.
And he's going to give you a little speech here if you guys are ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the prayer before dinner. And he will say, "Oh, friends, distinguished guests, thank you for joining us. I'm Robert Luna Dream, and the captain has asked me to say a little blessing before dinner." And he's got like a little note that he's reading off of, and he like periodically looks up and looks around at you guys and looks back at his note and takes a moment to focus on it. And he says, as a priest of the sovereign host, I've counseled many in my time in Sharn. The sovereign host teaches us many things, including to place our trust in the community, because the group is stronger than the individual. And he'll kind of like take a deep breath and look around and, kind of takes a moment to like make eye contact with everybody and, smiles politely and looks over at the captain and says, one of my favorite readings says, "The great light of a city is composed of the thousands of flames of its citizens. The silver flame wants to ensure that your flame is as bright as you can make it." And he takes a deep breath and he goes, "Over the last couple of days, I have seen some intense and bright single flames, and together we made this little ship of ours a bright beacon of hope. I hope that all of you can carry that beacon with you wherever you end up after this. And he takes a deep breath and looks down at his wife and smiles, and she kind of happily nods on, and she reaches up and grabs his hand. I'd like to end this with a traditional prayer, if you care to lift your heads and hold hands as you would. Takes a moment, waits for everybody to hold hands. Everybody hold hands.
I'm not of this religion. I grab onto necks.
And he goes,
Nice.
Yeah.
as is the world, so are the gods. As are the gods, so is the world. Thank you all. Let's finish dinner! Courteous bow and sits down, and everybody begins
food?
eating. Yep.
That was unnecessary.
What?
What am I eating? What did I get served?
Yeah.
What did you
That
want to get
speech.
served?
I'm a vegetarian
Vegetarian?
for the day.
Fish or
For
chicken?
the day.
Fish or chicken? Well, I'll take vegetarian.
Chris.
There isn't one.
Garden Rocket?
No. Absolutely not.
Is there
We are
perhaps
not. We are not vegetarian. Fish or chicken?
Oh, balls.
Some, is there perhaps some hummus?
Ooh.
Maybe into a turkey burger?
Chickpeas.
Let's fire this random tables up and see what we got for
Ooh.
big book of random tables. Probably
I'm
has
really
food
just
in
looking
it.
at something to spill on myself, so I really go to the bathroom.
I don't know that you'll be able to spill anything on yourself,
Oh,
but we will
good.
try. Let's find food in here.
Don't break it.
They give you sippy cups.
Not everyone,
Yeah.
though, just you.
Yeah, just you. They know.
Cause
Sorry,
trouble.
fork on my fork, so I don't stab myself.
No, you don't even get a fork. Just spoons.
It's just
Spoon.
everything's a spork.
Spork?
And if it isn't, he makes it into one.
Huh? This doesn't have food in it. Business, divinity, space station names.
It can give me
I would
arousing
say-
potion, but not give you food.
Yeah, right. There's no food in here. What the fuck is up with that?
That book.
Betsy. Hi. Hi, Betsy.
I would say you are served a spectacular dinner of lettuce, cabbages.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you get a
That's
little
why it's on
Cabbage.
the ship.
assortment?
Cabbage dinner.
All of it's cabbage.
Boiled cabbage dinner is the vegetarian
That sounds
option.
kind of wet. As I'm
One
serving
random
eating my
food generator.
cabbage, I'm gonna
You got
make
random
a
food
mess of
generator?
myself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go to exit to clean myself up in the powder room.
Okay, as you stand up from the table with this wet cabbage on your shirt, the captain stands up, and everyone kind of like looks at you because you're the only one standing, and the captain is now standing, and they're like,
I'm good at being awkward. I'm gonna keep on going to the back door.
you get to the door, and the crew there is like, you have to sit down. The captain's going to speak. It's real important to sit down.
Do you see how much of a mess I am? I'll be right there. Keep on going to the door.
No, go through the door. Here's a napkin. Go sit down.
Really? I'm a mess. I'm gonna keep on going.
You're fine. Don't go through there.
I'm gonna keep on going.
Oh.
Who's telling them not to go through the door?
The staff.
The wait
member.
staff.
I am stealthy and acrobatics. So I got a dexterity of 16. I'm gonna weave my way through. I'm on 4 feet tall, 70 pounds. He can't stop me.
Okay. So these 4
Picture
people,
like your girls, if they want to get somewhere, how hard it is for adults to stop them.
they are going to try and stop you.
There's 5 people. There's
4
still
people.
to the woodwork.
Oh, on dice.
Ooh, that's real good.
Do you live?
That's real good.
I'm thinking bludgeon to death.
And they all just sit there holding you down at your
I was sitting
chair.
on me at
This
point.
isn't weirder than him
So
going to the bathroom.
make athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer, to attempt to duck, dodge, dip, and
Duck
delve.
and dive.
Do I have advantage on this?
No.
Also, if they catch you, intentionally pee.
12
Because
plus
that
18.
this
I
wouldn't
got
happen
18.
if you let me go to the bathroom.
So 2 of them reach down and have you on each shoulder, and you're able to like whoop, swip underneath them, and whew, you're through the door. But they are fully aware that you escaped dinner, and they are not real pleased about it.
Escaped dinner.
Do I see this
Word choice.
as head of security, even though it's way far away?
Make a perception check
Be
from
like,
where you
don't
are.
worry,
It's
I
pretty
got
far.
it. And then run across the room. This is a nice dinner. So
the door wasn't actually locked.
Correct. They were just standing in front of it.
Well, now I feel bad.
13.
13.
Probably not.
I would say you could probably make out a commotion
I
in
heard
the
a
back of the
ruckus.
room. Yeah.
But I couldn't describe the ruckus.
Correct.
If you were asked to what the ruckus was,
I heard a ruckus. Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
send your underling. Just be like, there's definitely a ruckus, but
in the middle of the captain's speech. We'll check this out first. You just hold on a second, Captain.
Hold, please.
Yeah, I'll lean over. I'm like, I think there's something going on in the back.
I'm going to proceed rapidly to the bathroom, but not rushing, and act like I am actually cleaning myself off.
Okay, so you will be obviously followed by two of the security guards that had their hand, or not security guards, the wait staff that had their hand on you that were like, no, go sit down. So they were following you to the bathroom. And they'll wait outside the door.
Them, hey, would it be more convenient for me to go to the bathroom, or can I go to the kitchen and clean myself up quicker?
No, just go to the bathroom real quick. We got to get back for the captain's speech. He's starting like now. So finish yourself up, clean yourself off. Let's make a move on here.
Okay, I'm going to go there real quick, clean myself up, and a real half-ass way, get right back. Just sleep inside the door, see if I can just, like, used to do church all the time when you arrive late. Just
Right at the back door, just hanging out at the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm back. I'm just going to sit here.
Okay, so you're going to hang out at the back door?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. So, Robert's given his speech. The prayer has been said. Everyone kind of is like calmly eating and sipping their drinks. And the captain will stand up and kind of straightens himself up and looks around the room and waits. And the music stops, which I should stop also because it wouldn't make sense. Music stops, and this is like the captain's, like, this is the thing that is what this trip is, right? This is like his moment to say like everything about this trip. And so he stands up and begins, good evening, friends, guests, distinguished heroes. He kind of like motions at the fighters. And he goes, I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for joining us on this maiden voyage of the skyship Stargazer. We've chosen tonight to have this meal prepared so we could get a clear view of our past and the mistakes we've made so that together we can work towards a better future. And he kind of like stops and looks out this magnificent like glass dome that you guys have been under this entire time. And you see out the window a clear sky, brilliant stars. And he'll go, out our port side window, you'll see clear sky, brilliant stars, the ring of Sybaris and the moon Zarentir. And yeah, sure enough, you look and there it is out your left-hand window. Beautiful, it's beautiful. The ship's heading in a northerly direction at this point. And then he kind of takes a moment to himself, collects his thoughts, takes a deep breath, and he goes, but out our starboard side, and that's up to this direction for you guys, you can now clearly see the greatest failure, the moorland. And sure enough, there's the clouds, the dark mist of the moorland that everybody on this continent has come to know. And this is where the war ended. This is the darkness, the despair. And he goes, the failure of all Corvair. And he goes, I specifically chose this route to once again see where we all went wrong, to see our mistakes, so we never make the same ones again. But more importantly, to try and correct our failures. And he looks around, he looks down at Egan, and he goes, in a moment, we will demonstrate a new device, created by our brilliant friend Egan Baker. He has outfitted this ship with a device that will push back the mist and allow us safe passage through. And you guys all know that proceeding through the mist is dangerous. No one goes through the mist. It causes madness. It is a plague upon that former continent or former country. It's extremely dangerous. Tonight we will give a short test run before diving in tomorrow and shaving nearly a full day off our travel. And he looks over at the commander and he says, "Commander, if you would, please activate the Sybaris shield." And he gives her a nod. And the commander stands up and she touches her ear and points up at the command deck and says, "It's time. Begin Special Operation Baker 13. And you guys all sit there as the command deck, you see Oliver up there just barely peeking through at this angle. You can just barely see him frantically pushing at buttons. And you see Mirabelle and her brother Melvin, focused intently on their control orbs. And while you're sitting there, the elemental rings that have been over you this whole time, the red and blue rings, disengage. And you haven't seen this since you left the deck, or left Sharn. But they disengage from each other and they slowly start pulling apart. And there's a low groan as you feel the rings move into a new position, and the forward run moves all the way forward to the very front of the ship. And you can't see the back one from your angle, but you can presume that it goes all the way to the rear of the ship. And you feel a deep, deep thrumming from the floor below you as a whir of machinery kind of shudders. And you watch as the red and blue rings shift to a deep purple, and a strange purple aura begins to emanate from the rings. And if you all want to make a perception check here, maybe you can hear something.
I would. And then could I also do like an insight to see if Forgy knew this and he didn't tell me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look
Yep,
at it.
whatever you guys want to do in this moment.
Okay, I'll do perception first, and then I'm gonna insight.
10.
Hopefully he told me.
17, okay.
Oh my god, sorry. Well, I got an 8.
5.
Hopefully.
I
insight.
got an 11.
Still confused.
What
about
did-
the whole
what did
foot
you
in my
get?
crotch.
Yeah.
11.
A little flustered.
What do you get? 17?
Thank God.
So even standing so far back at the door, you can see Egan Baker being like, "Yes, it's working. It's working." You can read his lips, and like the thrill in his face is like, "It's working. It's working." Anybody else want to do anything in this moment?
I want to check to see if Mirabelle is still struggling. Like, is this
Yep.
harder for her?
Yep.
I also got an 8 for
Oh, that's a
insight.
natural 20.
Oh, goddamn!
I'm scared now.
If I can look at both of them.
Okay,
he's
so
struggling.
Split eyes.
you see the moment where these rings begin to separate, and Mirabelle has like a very clear relief and is like, okay, and can like take a breath. And then the moment where they turn purple, you see her control orb that she's been holding this entire time, this entire flight that you've been with her. You watch as like the power leaves it, and she's literally just standing there. She's not
Somebody else is in charge.
She's not controlling the ship anymore.
So the insight I want to roll is if it seems like the elementals are still there, or because we know that the lightning trains and the airships are driven by elementals. Like that's common knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does it seem to me like this is a different type of elemental?
Sure, you can make an insight if you'd like.
Demon shard.
Shit. 14?
You have never seen anything like this before in your life. There is no purple elemental control that you are aware of. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything else?
Oh yeah. Did I get anything with my 8 for insight?
As to what's going on here?
Well, no. I just
Or
want
what
to
do
look
you have
at Forgy.
Oh, Forgeborn?
Did Forgy know about this and not tell me? Can I gather that? Like, I'm gonna look at him. Because I didn't know about this, I'm guessing.
With an 8, he does not seem perplexed by this. He does not seem like you clearly didn't know what was going on and you don't know this. He does not seem terrified. He does not seem awestruck at all.
Where is he looking? Because I'm gonna look at him.
He's sitting next to Egan and he is looking at Egan.
I'm gonna look at the moorland to see if anything's going on weird out there.
Sure, make a perception check.
Also, how's the crowd? Because I would be so angry. I did not sign up to go on your little test run through the mist.
Right?
I'd be so angry.
Yeah.
13.
13. So you've probably you would have never have been to the Moorland before. You would have only have heard of it as stories and whatnot. This is a somewhat terrifying experience. This is a thick gray mist of clouds, and as you look, even with a 13, you can see faces. You can see hands grabbing out. You can see battle scenes. This is a terrifying environment to be in, and all of your information, all of your knowledge of this is that do not touch. This is like when you're a child and you're like, don't touch the stove. It'll hurt. This is that. Like, you see it finally up close. Like, this is like, just don't. You know better. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the wait staff I'm hanging out with. Say, did you guys know we were gonna be guinea pigs? I'm not like this. Did you have a clue this was going on?
They are all standing there looking out the starboard side like full on in shock and awe. They are like, we're doing what now? Like, this is stupid. Like, what are we doing? They're all kind of whispering to themselves like, are we gonna fucking die?
I'm gonna ask them, so how do we get off the ship? See if these guys have a clue.
I mean, yeah, there's featherfall tokens, but we're gonna fall into the mist. Like,
Well, we better go now. Are we over the mist, or can we jump now?
the mist is right here. I mean, you are on it. You are directly
Jump now or
next to
never.
it.
And
Let's stay on the ride.
It's not only for the people.
yeah,
in the
we're
room.
probably fine. If I'm seeing these things, am I
You're fine.
triggered at all? Am I getting anything? I
Um,
can't remember all of my packs
Oh.
Are you connecting with the general
from
vibes?
before I was reborn.
Make an insight check.
Okay, we'll see. Also, but yeah,
I
how are
have one
the
more
people?
after that.
Yeah, can I do a vibe check on the crowd?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Look where it's at.
Oh, that's another natural 20.
God
Whoa!
damn! Look at
I
you!
switched my dice too.
Oh, schnitzels. Oh, that stayed on the table. Okay, 14 is pretty good.
14. Okay, so you kind of the same thing that Calvin got is that you know this is a dangerous thing. You fought in the war. You were there. You know this ended the war because it was such an awful event. This was the dropping of the bomb, right? Like, this ended the war. It brought all the nations to peace because it was so awful. And kind of the same lines of don't touch it. It's bad. Like, you have just a general feeling of this is danger. It's bad. Is your kind of vibe. What were you after?
Just the vibe of the whole crowd.
Okay, so it's kind of a mixed bag, right? This is kind of like when Steve Jobs revealed the iPhone, right? And he's like, oh, look! And everyone's like, whoa, yeah, it's going to change our lives, right? Like, everyone was like, oh my God, it swipes? That's amazing. And there's a lot of that going around, like, whoa, we're going to save a whole day on our trip? That's awesome. Like, yeah, of course I want that. Like, we can travel through the continent again. Like, we don't have to go all the way around anymore. That's awesome. And Egan Baker has such a reputation in Sharn as, like, the maker, right? Like, he's the guy that is, like, popular, and he's always in the newspapers and whatnot. And they're like, oh, yeah, if anyone can do it, it's him. So the room right now is very much like about to like stand up and cheer. Like they're like getting ready to clap.
Sounds disastrous.
Does it feel, again, in insight or perception, does it feel psychic? Like the vibes that are emanating? Like, do I get any psychic energy?
Yeah, how would you roll that?
Kind of like insight, like I'm trying to reach with my mind.
Yeah, you could do an insight, or you can do like an Arcana check would work too there.
I'm gonna do insight.
Okay.
How are you doing, head of security?
That is a 24.
24.
19.
Oh, I'm doing
so
as head of
close.
security. How? Yeah. Am I seeing any reactions that might need like?
Tackling people?
Yeah.
Tackling people?
Any
Okay.
like ridiculously over the top reactions that might need to be addressed.
Okay. Are you opening your mind to like try and listen? Is that what you're doing? Like,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
like-
using your telekinesis ability?
Like I'm trying to use my brain to like
Okay.
see if this is it like, so clearly it doesn't look like an elemental, but I know that that's like the only thing that's driving the ship.
Yeah.
And then I heard the mention of Sybaris, and we
Mhm.
know that there's Sybaris shield, and it was built by Egan,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of have that feeling that Sybaris
No,
and
those
Blue
are
Shield
my
are
box.
connected, and we know that there's probably a soul that's in Blue Shield.
Yep.
So I'm trying to see if there's a mind that's part of this Sybaris.
Okay. As you take a moment to kind of focus on the purple energy, right?
Yep.
Okay. You can feel not an intelligence, but a being
Okay.
from the purple energy. But I will say the vast amount of interference you're getting from the kind of gray mist shield is overwhelming. And the moment that you kind of like open your brain to listen for this, you get that split second of like an intelligence in the purple, but also just an overwhelming, crushing despair hits you, and
So-
you are just penetrated by failure, despair, disappointment, and it's like emotionally it shuts you down.
Okay.
It's the closest thing you can get to like a baby crying. Like it's awful. Like it feels like sadness.
Man, do you look really depressed now? Because I'll probably
Oh
be like,
yeah, like I think I probably would have had to drop my mental link, so you would have noticed me not in
Yeah.
your brain anymore, and then you would see me like racked with despair, like totally despondent.
I'm gonna
That
be-
all of that.
I'll probably be like, get your shit together.
So supportive.
Feels like sadness. Get your shit together.
And it's
We don't know what could happen.
and it's like despair and failure coming from the energy, or do I
No,
not?
from the Mournland, from the gray mist.
Okay.
Is just you're so close to it, and to open your brain to, try and receive psychic energy at this point, the Mournland just overwhelms you.
I just assume you're stressed about the situation. I'm like, get it together.
I'll be like, I mentally touched the Mournland. Give me a second.
I'm hanging over here by the railing. I want to check out the Moreland.
That's why I keep my
Alright.
mental in my mental.
Do I see anything different than what you described to Olivia?
Yeah, because I got.
Oh boy, that's real loud. Hang on. Hold on.
This
Hold
is happy
please.
music.
Yeah, that's.
So, just to clarify,
Everything's
like,
okay.
when you said the purple, first you said that I felt a being, but not necessarily intelligence.
Correct.
And then you said I wasn't intelligence. It's more being than intelligence.
Correct.
Okay.
This is like the elevator music version of Megadeth.
Yes.
What I will do is, as everybody's kind of on, I'll just lean over to you and say, there's something in the shield. I don't know if it's a soul or a being or what it is, but there's something in there.
Millions of living creatures snuffed out in an instant.
Man, does it feel familiar to me? Sorry, I don't want to make. You're trying to do something too.
Make an insight check.
No, Chris was trying to do something. He's trying to tackle people.
No, I don't need to tackle people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have quickly surveyed the crew, or not the crew, the patrons, and everyone's kind of just like still. It doesn't seem like anyone's panicking. This is like this is almost like a movie to them, right? Like they're sitting in the stands, kind of watching this unfold.
Okay.
There's a moment of like you realize that these people are maybe a little bit disconnected from what's going on. Like maybe they don't understand what we're about to do. Like, do they not realize what we're about to do here? And everyone just is kind of like eating their cauliflower. Like, oh, this is excellent, excellent
Rich
cabbage.
people,
Like, you know, this Sharn, these people, this world have been desensitized to magic, right? Like, it's so commonplace in this world that when they're like, oh, we're just going to go fly into the Mornland, everyone's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I guess that's what we're doing today.
I'm going to stop eating. There must be something in the food.
Yeah, right. Can I talk to Gail from out here? Like, is there any kind of like communication between us? Like this.
Little radio, walkie-talkie.
Yeah, we got right
Little sending stone.
Sending
Come on,
stone.
yeah, a little sending stone.
I don't believe you guys generated any sort of sending stone
Okay.
information.
All right. Because I would like to
Man,
maybe.
even after your promotion.
Yeah, we're gonna need to find some raft-talkies.
Didn't have enough time to get that.
What were you
taken
after?
Oh, can I feel anything similar to myself in this?
Okay, and what did you roll?
An 8.
An 8.
I know.
The only similarity you see is that the item that Egan gave you in the very beginning was purple, and this is purple.
That sounds alright. Colors.
What was the item?
Can I roll to see if I can
It
make
was
a
like a
connection?
power
like-
core he inserted into me before our battle.
For the battle with the zombies out of the...
No.
Oh, okay.
For
Did
my
you
fight.
like physically react to this at all?
Who won that fight?
Do you think you're good?
I did.
No,
But
because
it's
it
hard,
didn't say
right?
if you physically.
She kinda took a dive.
What?
Like the
She kinda took a
activation
dive.
wasn't-
Oh, okay.
Oh. Like I'm a
She kinda
sleeper
kicked ass for a
agent?
minute, didn't she? And then.
Well, he put something purple in you. I don't know.
Oh, it did do things to me, but I had control of them, so as far as I know, it's fine.
It was close, and then she went all Sonic X on me, and it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but do I feel like the kind of like thing that is happening here is like related to like the work that I did with Lemon? I mean, I didn't.
But you did.
Meg, I would say you could do insight or history on that one.
Okay. Does the vibe feel familiar? Oh well, that's a 5.
Well, welcome
Oh.
to my life, man.
Damn it. History.
Do you get an 8?
Insight. Oh, I got a 10 if I use the insight.
Same thing. Other than the color purple, nothing really of this feels familiar to
I
me.
got spoiled by the 20s.
You just know the color purple.
Color purple, yeah,
Color
rings a
purple.
bell. Yeah.
It means bad.
It's a good movie.
Prince
All right.
is here.
The color purple is a good movie.
All right, the captain,
Also Prince.
No.
the captain again goes.
Why is she be like a sad baby?
Okay, Commander, take us in 100 feet, steady as she goes. Mirabelle, please come down here and join us. So Mirabelle, like, wipes her brow a little bit, steps back, steps down off of her control orb, and then walks to the railing, which is like, right here, kind of above you guys, and just steps off. And this is like, probably a good 10, 15 feet up. And she gets to literally like the last like 2 or 3 feet, and there's a gust of wind that kind of like lifts her up, and then she gently, like a cat, puts her feet down on the ground and proceeds up to the table with the captain and sits down in what would be Walter's spot.
What she did there, is that like any feather fall sort of thing that we're used to?
I just guessed her brother, because he's like the air guy.
So she is of House Lyrander, which is like the air and storm controllers. These are the guys that are able to pilot the ships because of their control of weather. Okay, and so what she used was like essentially like she commanded air to lift her.
She's an airbender. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
So
Air
probably
fire.
nothing out of the
She's
ordinary.
the
that you're
Avatar.
used to.
Does not seem odd in any sense to you.
And is Melvin still at the orb? Is
Yep.
his orb still
Melvin's
working?
now his orb is also dim, but he's just kind of like chilling up there.
Oh, okay.
So he's just hanging out.
His orb is dimmer, but he's still up there. And
Yep.
And he still needs to be there.
Yep.
What's Oliver doing up there?
So from where you're sitting, you can just probably barely make out Oliver, but he is like at the command console, like frantically moving about, like pushing buttons and entering commands into his console. Okay, so blah 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 blah. So the captain, Mirabelle comes up to the front. The captain introduces her. This is our co-pilot, Mirabelle Farlight of the House Lyrander. Take a bow, Mirabelle. So Mirabelle takes a bow real politely. There's a gentle clap. Mirabelle and her twin brother Melvin have been our pilots for this trip, but now we'll be testing out the newest House Cannith invention, the autopilot. Commander, if you would be so kind. And so the commander again touches her ear, but this time she points downwards, which you all would specifically notice. And she says, you overhear vaguely, we're ready. Take us in 1/10 speed. And the ship begins to lurch towards the right, and you see the mist come in closely, and you see the faces and the hands and the claws and the fight scenes in the battle, and the ship dives into the mist.
And not a single person is having a panic attack.
Stop eating.
Everyone kind of is like looking up and is like in awe as to what is happening. And you watch as the mist enters, overcomes the top of the ship, and proceeds over the port side, and you guys are fully enveloped in the mist. The ship begins to lurch and creak as it enters the fog. The fog is forced back violently as it comes into contact with the deep purple aura. You can see almost like a violent reaction as it, the hands try to grab and they're pushed back, and the faces try to envelop and eat and they're pushed back. The deck lights come on, and it's like a bluish hue. And you look up, and the glass dome covering this portion of the ship, and you can see like an odd reflection almost of the captain's table, everyone on the deck, but it makes it all look like you're out there. You're seeing a reflection with this mist and everything. It makes it look like you're out there, with the faces and the hands slamming into the aura. And suddenly, you guys all feel a blood-curdling scream pierces your ears, and it's so loud that you just can't handle it anymore, and you have to plug your ears. And everyone is holding their ears and screaming, and you close your eyes tightly. Do you guys want to keep going, or you want to stop there?
No, let's keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, let me go grab something.
Oh.
Grab your minis if they're on here.
This is all in here.
Must be you.
Must be.
Is that you?
Tis indeed. I do
I
have to
feel
do
like
another
I'm
one
having
now.
a panic attack.
Because that guy has got the top of his sword staff.
Sword.
Just get over it. It'll be fine.
They made this thing with a baby.
And that's what the
I know.
situation is.
Well, I'm pretty sure they made Blue Shield with a baby.
Quillet is sobbing.
I'm pretty sure Blue
Like
Shield is the
legit.
soul of their dead child.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. How old was the kid?
We
I
never
have no
know.
idea.
We never know. I haven't been able to suss out how old it ever made, but I was able to find out that she is dead. We know she's dead, and they won't really talk about her.
Pretty much small.
No, she's not dead. She's in the ship.
Or she's
Her
not
soul is in the
undead,
ship.
Or she's not dead, and I mean, there's a couple of ways. I mean, think about this, like, because I mean, we have Neff is kind of.
Well, my guess is that she got brought, like the soul got brought back and pushed into.
So how does your character kind of work? Like you were alive,
I was alive. I was a
And
normal
now-
dark elf.
and now you're not. Now you're like. But you
And
were
then I
like-
died,
You were
presumably in the war.
You were reincarnated, kind of
I was created
created.
and brought back.
So
To
it's
continue
similar to.
fighting.
So there could be some of that in the Blue Shield as well, because if you were created by,
I was somehow brought back.
yeah, if you but you're somehow tied to Egan, so he kind of sort of made you how you are.
And I don't
So-
have any memories before my recreation.
You're right back.
So there's some weird creepiness going on here with the Blue Shield.
Yeah, reborns are pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about your trauma, but I do know Chloe has her own trauma going on right now. Can't help you there.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, she's not having a good time.
Is there any therapist on board? We all might need good old therapy after this.
Oh, this is so much things that happen.
Oh, new stuff,
New stuff.
new maps,
Okay.
You printed half a lifeboat. That's so cool.
have a lifeboat.
Oh,
Did you print this one?
Yeah. Oh, what's all I'm missing?
I'm gonna need you to print my stuff from now on because your stuff is way better than the other ones I'm getting.
I'm missing somebody. Who the fuck am I missing?
Good
Think
fight.
about this.
Tricky was in the ship.
You guys will all be here.
Did Godard see her in the bathroom? Oh, because it's a
Oh, I'm missing Mirabelle.
inclusive bathroom. What do you call it?
Oh, gender neutral?
Yeah.
Have your,
Oh.
Woo!
Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Is it just me or is every time I see the commander do you think of Wolverine? Like the yellow and the blue are very much woolly colors.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it just at a glance I'm like, ah shit, it's Wolverine?
Gives off. It also gives off Laura Croft vibes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep, I'll give you that.
It's like
Oh, it's
Wolverine
the
meets
Wolverine.
Laura Croft.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you guys see the new Deadpool movie?
I just watched
Me
it.
too, and it
Yep.
was good.
It was
Did I
good.
see it in the theater? I think I saw it in the theater.
Did you?
This
No, I
is
might have
like
watched
cool
it
party.
She
I
don't want to
didn't.
see that.
I mean, it was.
Nah.
It had no story. It had nothing. All it was fan service and fight scenes. I
Yeah.
mean, it
You're
was
that's
not
all I-
wrong.
And that's all I wanted was a ball. I mean, that's all I want from
how
Deadpool.
many-
It made me smile.
It wasn't really truly connected to the other two movies. It just, I mean, I'm not saying I was disappointed because I knew what I was getting.
Mhm.
But like it was. I don't know, it was yeah, I mean, it was like the first Venom. It was like the second Venom. It was loose. It was a loose story with just a bunch of action scenes.
And what I liked was that
the biggest problem was the actual bad guy has a fantastic story, that just doesn't get told, and that's disappointing.
Creepy fingers?
Yeah, the Professor X's sister.
In
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
That's why they're opening up the.
You won't.
I'm just saying. That's why
I
they're
get
opening
it,
up
but
the
like you won't get any more, and that's the problem. There is awesome story there that you don't get,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I was actually that's the bummer part of it. Yeah, I mean it was, but halfway through I'm like, What? Oh, we're fighting again? Okay, cool.
Yep.
We're destroying them on Odyssey? Fine.
Yep.
Whatever.
I'm scared, Tom. What's going on?
All right. What's up?
Are we in Icewind Dale?
I know, right?
My guy's right there. Hiding in
It
back.
just gives off like Icewind Dale vibes.
I thought of also glaciers or whatever, icebergs.
Mm-hmm. I traumatized you guys with glaciers.
Yeah, pretty much. I promise when I DM on Wednesday nights going forward after Icewind Dale is over, there will be no winter.
Oh, you're the new DM?
Probably. Well,
Well, we don't know yet.
we don't know. Yet.
Probably.
But probably.
Depends on if we can get enough people to not quit.
Yeah, if we can keep the troop going
Yeah.
past the actual Icewind Dale story. Okay, this is some creepy shit. What do we got going on here?
We're gonna
Tom?
go to. Let's get some.
I don't know. That
What's
music
going on?
Get some creepier music going.
Okay, the piercing screaming. You close your eyes tightly. When it stops, you open your eyes and you're in a gray mist-like area. There's no horizon, no sky, just gray ground, gray horizon. Well, there is no horizon, but everything's gray. You do not see any ground. It is just gray.
But there's no.
So we're not on the
ship
ship.
around us anymore?
Are we in like a dream? Like, does it feel like? What does this feel like? Like
It feels gray.
it just feels gray.
Gray.
And we don't see the ship. We don't.
Does it feel we're standing on something? Like even if
Currently
we're
you
standing on
are.
gray, it's like at least firm. Gray.
So, around you are small, irregular islands in the mist. And standing atop the nearest island is Egan Baker and your friend, the commander. Okay?
The blonde is the commander?
The commander, yeah.
It's a heck of a heritage person,
Hey. Egan looks down upon you and he begins to speak and he says, I did it! I did it! Welcome! He says, I welcome you in, I am your vessel! And you watch as the faces from the gray mist begin to enter his mouth, his nose, his eyes. The hands are clawing at him. They're enveloping him. He begins to cackle. And he goes, the power! The power! I feel it! And his body begins to grow and stretch in unnatural ways. His arms reach an extraordinary length. His limbs growing well beyond what should be possible. And then suddenly there's a loud pop! And his skin and his organs explode out, covering you all in filth and blood and disgusting bile. And standing in his place is a large, flaming skeleton.
This is what he looked like.
And we
at the,
can't
Yeah,
see
does he-
Sally right
This is
now.
what he looked like at the Halloween party.
Yeah. Does he look like the Halloween party?
This does not look like
Oh,
that. This is
okay.
something entirely different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So he reaches down and grabs the commander and holds her tightly and is cackling loudly in her face. And you see her amulet of the silver flame is emblazoned and glowing. And she looks down and yells at you, free the others! I've got this!
But okay.
Okay, so here's what's happening. You guys, from where she's captured by him, where you guys are
Why didn't
standing.
we kill him before?
If only I'd rolled a little bit higher on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That,
So you can see
I thought he was supposed
Shoelaces.
to die.
There we go.
Well, he didn't, so now we get this.
I know.
You, from where you are, can see 5 different islands in the mist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Egan is obviously directly above you. The commander and him are enraptured in battle. Her silver flame amulet appears to be protecting her for the most part, but they are clearly locked in struggle. You know that if she fails, you guys are dead. Plain and simple. You can see to your left here a scene of Sally at a fountain. She looks like a much younger Sally, but it is still Sally, and she looks in despair.
What's next to Sally there?
You don't know yet.
Where did we see that figure?
You can see a shadow grabbing at her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Old Egan.
Off to the right here, take this off. You can see what you recognize as a younger Forgeborn with a young child, male child, and there appears also to be a demon shadow lurking in that area.
Does the child look at all like Walter?
Walter has red hair. This child has black hair.
Does it look like a younger Egan?
Possibly.
Okay.
In this area, you can see possibly, if you squint and kind of glance rightly, maybe that's the captain. Okay, again, there looks to be wreckage of a ship around him, and again, a shadow. And over here, you can see very clearly this is Mirabelle, and she looks to be struggling with something emotionally, very, very hard on her, and is again with a shadow over the top of her. And lastly, over in this area, there is a giant tree with a hollow under it, and peeking out from under it is Robert Lunadream, a much, much younger Robert Lunadream.
Bob.
So, you guys feel like this is an environment where time doesn't make sense, where space maybe doesn't make sense. But it is up to you to decide what you are doing here.
Well, I would go and help Sally.
I want to go castle with Forgeborn.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're sorry, Sally, but that seems like the safest place to go to.
Safest? I
So,
mean, I don't know. I just
Can we
curious.
do we have any idea of how we can get from each island to the other? Like, is it far close enough that we can jump?
What do you think you can do?
Can I take from my pocket just a coin
Mm-hmm.
and toss it into the mist and see if it sounds like it hits anything, or if I can see if it hit anything?
What do you think the coin would do when you toss it?
I would think that, like, it being mist, I'm hoping that it doesn't go straight through the mist,
Mm-hmm.
and that there's, like, I can walk between the islands.
So you throw the coin out of your pocket, and it comes down to the spot where you think it should stop, and it stops right there.
Okay. I think we can walk. I mean, it seems like possibly that the islands are more of images in time, and the mist is solid. The coin didn't fall, so I think we can walk.
I feel like it's like a Peter Pan thing where if you believe you can walk,
Yeah,
you
that's what
can
I'm
walk.
wondering too.
Think
I
of the
think
wonderful things.
I think I can cast a firebolt spell that Egan and kill him. Boom. Just like that.
So I'm gonna try
Firebolt
to
at level 2?
What?
What level are we?
level 2.
One.
I'm gonna try to cross to Sally, believing that I can cross.
In what manner are you crossing?
I am going to run.
You take off the platform, and you run through space as fast as a monk can go, and you are next to Sally.
Okay.
I kind of imagine that I could just like jump up into the air and get over there.
Parkour, baby, let's go.
Alright.
Double flip, do the sweetest jump you've ever done.
I'm gonna jump over there and land very softly on that because I feel like I could.
You do the full-on crouching tiger, hidden dragon,
Oh,
because
yeah, sorry,
you
you're kind of-
believe in
Are you with
yourself.
me or not?
Yeah, and can I
I
yell?
think I'm gonna go to
Okay.
someone else.
Can I
You're
yell?
gonna
Like,
split
can I
up,
yell?
guys? Uh-oh.
Can I see you?
Probably.
And can I yell to the group?
Yes.
okay.
If you believe you can.
Right. So no, to you. Was that what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
So I think this is, if you believe it, it'll happen. At least physically with our movements.
Oh, I was like, I could believe I'm so rich right now. That shouldn't be where my mind went, but it was.
That's totally where I will.
Quillis, you want to help me rescue Sally?
I was kind of interested in him.
We're all going our own ways, sorry.
We're all going to a
But
separate
also-
island.
I think it would make sense to go to Sally.
Yeah, and I was thinking after we
So-
rescue Sally, we could check on Robert.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go over there.
Yeah,
I
Mirabelle
was thinking either
probably
the
is
captain
important.
She has the magic and
Yeah.
she can.
Yeah.
I was thinking either the
Fly
captain
the
or
ship.
Mirabelle,
She a little tired, but
because
I'm going to
part of the
Forgy.
crew, definitely the crew. I don't know. I mean, you guys are friends-ish, but the crew. Gotta save the crew
Mm-hmm.
or killed.
Well, you and the child can go. Then it's
I'm just
2-2
moving over this side.
if... Depending.
Looking through the mist there, am I guessing that that's the Stargazer ship?
That does not appear to be the Stargazer. It looks like, let's see, with your knowledge, the captain looks much younger. So you wouldn't imagine that that's a ship well before the Stargazer.
Let's see.
Yep.
Go ahead. Alright, I am going to jump like no gnome has jumped ever in the history of gnomes.
Neo in the
I'm
Matrix.
gonna go way the frickin' hell up there, about 2 miles, try to see where the moon is.
Oh,
Get my cardinal directions, and I'm gonna land over here. Do I emerge from the mist? Can I see like stars and moon or anything like that up there?
So you go as high as you can possibly imagine, and in your greatest dreams, you feel like this is beyond the top of the world, and it's just gray mist all the way around you forever and ever. But you feel like it's the top of the world.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I'm falling down on a few my nails.
Hold on! You land politely.
A Super Saiyan.
I'm gonna close my eyes and jump off and land, like think that I'm landing firmly directly in front of this island and then
Okay.
climb up onto that.
Okay, go for it.
I just fly.
Go!
It's my fastest form.
Yep.
As you leave the island of Ron, I will give you bardic inspiration.
Sing to her.
Yes.
Brum.
You have this little child.
What is it, D6 or D?
D6.
D6,
yeah.
okay.
We're babies yet, so D6. So you have what is it? D6. I'm using it. D6 to help me out here, Bard. What is bardic inspiration?
Oh, you can add it to a roll or a check, an ability check.
But you have to know. You have to do it before you know it fits.
Bonus
I don't
action.
think you have to.
No, you can do it whenever.
Does
Just
it?
add it on. Yeah.
Correct.
I thought it
10
was-
minutes,
okay.
the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll.
There you go.
Alright, Tanith, where are you
Well, that's
going?
even better than I thought.
Or what are you doing, I should say?
I'm
Yep.
I'll stay in my lane.
I think I'm going to, I'm going to see everybody make their moves and, just trust the process and head, basically, like I said, step off the island like I'm going to step to the captain and help out the captain.
You're going to the captain?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the child's alone.
So what's
They have
going
bardic
on
inspiration.
with
They're fine.
You're like, I sang to them.
And I'm close. And I'm
Egan
close.
at this point, with all of us.
Yep, okay, now everybody roll initiative now that you've figured out your spots.
20.
It's 4:55.
Yep, if
How
you
long are
guys
we
want to
going?
keep going, you can. We can. I don't have
I'm
anyone
in
to beat
for it.
tonight. Otherwise, whatever you want to do, we can stop whenever you guys want.
I'm in for it in the battle. It's been a while since
I
we
was
mixed it
gonna, I
up.
was gonna go watch some music at the Watertown, but that might not be happening now. My friend said they're not sure if they can go. So let's keep going.
Sure.
What'd you get, Rick? A 20?
16.
16? Okay.
Oh, wait, friend.
We can call it a 20 if you want to.
I'm worried about dogs though.
Dogs.
And I know you said you
Dax?
were
Well,
asleep.
we can-
Maybe
I
if
mean,
we do like one
a round or
just
two,
to
Yeah, we
get
got a
a
round.
feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I say Dax?
Dax?
Yeah, we got dogs.
Dicks.
I've abandoned them
No.
for a while now.
Oh, dogs.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I
this
like
isn't great.
Dogs.
What
Are
happens
we
if the
gonna
dad
have to
catches?
fight
What
with
happens if
our
the dog catches the rabbit?
What'd you get?
Oh,
Jeff?
fuck.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
I got 9.
Quilly?
Another
22.
few guy Ritchie movies I
Yeah.
Zach,
I
what'd you
like
get?
all of them. 16
I-
as well.
Oh my god.
like. His first few were good, and then I don't know. What's the one where
Whoops.
it's the rock star?
God, that's so
Oh yeah, Lockstock. Yeah, I think
After
Lockstock
that,
and
I just kind of lost interest.
Lockstock and Snatch were good.
Kelvin?
Yeah.
I got a nat
And
one.
then after,
and,
yeah, but then
He was
got
better
four.
when it was
Nat
indie
one.
stuff.
I don't know if that does messes things up for me.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so I got a
fell
1,
asleep
4.
in our
4 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 7. Not good. Not good at all.
Okay, let me. How many? 5. Roll. Start. Okay, so how this works. Formerly Egan and the commander are locked in battle. Okay, and obviously
All right, Commander, do this.
obviously they're doing things, and for me to roll them and slug it out would be unfun for everybody to listen to. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to roll these 2 dice in front. Oh god, if I could get this out, I'd be in good shape. And then if
Sudden death.
Pretty much.
so, they will go at the top of the round. Okay, and Egan is the purple and the commander is the white.
Right on, come in.
Okay, so the commander won that round, so you guys all get 4 points of healing. But I think
I'm
everybody's.
back to max.
Actually,
If
yeah,
you're
I
not
was-
at max,
I
you're
was
not.
I am now. Good.
Okay.
That is excellent.
All right, but then if the commander or if the
Mm.
formerly Egan wins, you take that damage.
Oh.
Okay,
So we're kind of,
because they are locked in battle, you would get ricochet damage. Is essentially what's happening.
and it's not psychic, right?
Correct.
I mean, it is psychic, right?
It is not safe.
Ah!
Okay, Quillith, you are up first. So you are on which platform? Sally's?
Yeah.
Okay, let me describe what you see here. You see a much younger Sally Baker sitting on a extremely ornate fountain, sobbing uncontrollably. You hear her in her sobs, blaming herself, how she should have been a better mom. It's my fault she got sick. It's my fault I couldn't make her better. It's my fault Egan's gone mad. It's my fault. It's my fault. And now my brother's a traitor and serves Rhaedra? You see the shadow grabbing her shoulders and trying to overwhelm her. You feel in that instant fighting the shadow perhaps would release her.
Fighting the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I think Quillith is having a really, really hard time with all of this.
This is a lot.
Give Sally a big hug.
Especially Sally. I want to slap her in the face. Get a grip.
Yeah, if you feel like trying to convince her or persuade her or communicate with her is better than fighting the shadow, that is what you do in this environment.
Okay, I think I will. Because Quillith is sobbing. Like, full sobbing.
Okay.
And she just fucking slapped Sally. Do I have to roll to attack?
No, are you trying to persuade her? What are you trying to do to snap her out of it?
She's just like, fucking get a grip. You're fine. You're a great mother.
Come.
It wasn't your fault. There's nothing you could have done.
Okay, you could do persuasion with advantage or intimidation if you would like, whichever you prefer.
Okay, I'll see what I'm better at. Persuasion. Okay, I got a +1 for both of them. So.
Okay.
Oh, 15.
15's good. Roll some damage, mental damage to that shadow. Whatever your normal attack is, just use that.
Killed him when we had a chance.
Yup.
But it's still impressive.
I'll do it. Well, would I do an unarmed strike
You could do your bow damage if you want.
to her?
hmm I would say in this moment, you probably feel like you have your strongest weapon, right?
I guess, yeah. I feel that. This is a D8, right? Okay, that's 6.
6, nice. You see the shadow reel and like makes like a tremendous like howling scream at you, and like retreats back from her ever so slightly.
You have to hurt them.
Keep smacking her. It's working.
Tari's turn.
Does it seem to me that the shadow would respond to physical?
Do you feel like the shadow would respond to physical?
Yes. Okay, so first, I'm going to talking's free.
Talking's a free action.
Okay. I'm going to ask Sally if she remembers a couple from Sarlona that she may have helped.
Mm-hmm.
And does she she knows that.
Yeah, she's sobbing uncontrollably, but
Okay.
yes, she remembers.
I'm their son. This will not make any sense. I am their son, and I've come here to help you.
Then help!
Okay. Then I'm just gonna go into beating the shit out of this horn.
Let's go with the punches.
Okay. 19, 20 plus.
Yep.
Okay, and then
He's somebody's son.
Wow.
2,
Whoa.
That's crazy.
5
Yeah.
damage,
Okay.
I never
You're
would've
learning
expected
this.
and
that.
then I'm
Did not
gonna
expect
just
it.
use arm strike. 13, 18,
Yep.
and then 6.
6 damage.
Yes. So
You-
total of 11.
You disintegrate a shadow, and it falls back into the mist. Sally, I can do this. And everybody gets plus 50 temporary hit points as she is free.
All right.
Who would like to roll for Sally as we continue?
Can I? Oh, okay. So she's still involved.
Mhm. She has to do something every turn. So
So-
somebody needs to roll for her.
Right, but
I don't want to
before-
do everything.
Before she moves, can I jump over to that?
Do you still have movement?
Yeah, I haven't moved
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. Yeah, if you feel like you can get there, you can jump over.
Okay, and then I'll say, Quillith, I'm moving to the
Oh,
other.
sorry.
I'm moving over
And
to
then
Robert.
done.
Okay, I'll roll for Sally because
Okay.
I feel like Quillith is going to stick with her.
It's cool that we got 50 temporary hit points, but I don't like that we got that many temporary hit points. I'm just going to say that up front.
Yeah.
But it looks so pretty in the
Doesn't it
app.
look amazing
Yeah.
on your screen?
It concerns me that we need 50 temporary.
Exactly.
How
That
temporary
these
are
can
they?
hit real hard.
Yeah.
Also, it's
How
like
temporary
from
are they?
every
Don't
single
know.
demon.
Okay, so Sally, when it's her turn, will roll a d6, and has an opportunity to stun that platform. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is how we'll do it. This is 1, but it's not her turn yet. We'll just mark this as 1, and it goes this way.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Last question, and then I'll stop main charactering this. Do we notice the portal behind Egan?
Oh, is that a portal?
Yes, there is very clearly something behind him.
There's some weird shenanigans going on back behind him.
Yes.
I thought it was.
It is Godart's turn.
Go dirt.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt at this fine figure right in front of me.
The shadow in front of you?
Yeah.
Go for it.
And
Let me,
that
since
was-
you're on that platform, let me give you a description
Yeah,
of what
what's
you
the
see.
scene look like?
1 sec. You are on 4. Okay, so you approach a stone tower that looks like it's seen some battle damage, and there, laying unconscious, is Forgeborn, who, being a Warforged, does not age, has not changed since the day he was made, and a young, maybe 8, 9, 10-ish year old child is there and is very clearly fiddling with his internals. And
Has his hands and his guts down.
yep, trying to,
Oh, in Forgeborn.
in Forgeborn, yep, trying to put yep, no. Forgeborn's laying there with his chest pieced open, and this child is just fiddling inside there.
C-3PO without his coverings.
Yep, you got it. And suddenly there's this beep, 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 and Forgeborn goes, "Ah!" and kind of screams back into existence, and this child jumps back and goes, Dad, I did it, can I keep him? And from here you can see an older man down below yells, yes, boy, that's fine, whatever you want. And the older man is kind of like wrapped up in a conversation with a kind of a older elf with a long beard. They look to be kind of fully raptured in conversation. But anyway, the father says, yes, boy, whatever you want. It's fine. You can keep him. And Forgeborn looks up and looks directly at this child and says, please don't send me back. Not again. I can't keep doing this. I've killed so many. Please just let it end. Just let me die. And that's the scene you see unfolding as the shadows are trying to overwhelm Forgeborn and pull him back down.
Is that the shadow here?
Yeah, there wasn't enough room over
I
there.
can fix it. You're so right.
I'm casting Firebolt
I
at
lost
Go for it.
But what's the damage Firebolt? Somebody wants me to download something.
Oh, God.
Firebolt is a D10.
I think you gotta roll to hit it first, right?
Yep. You roll multiplier. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 for
I got a +7 spell attack bonus.
Yep.
So 17.
Yep, that hits.
Cool. And D10 for damage?
Yep.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. 9 damage.
Glad I could help.
Dang it.
You see full on, like, half this shadow is just incinerated out the window.
But
It's
half
still
the
there.
shadow's still there.
Half the shadow is still there trying to grapple Forgeborn.
Which half is still there?
The left half. The butt. The butt is there.
Just
Trying,
butt.
just clapping cheek on his face. Just,
Can I use my rogue's double attack and attack him again?
I think you can do
It's offhand. Right?
offhand. Yeah,
it's-
you can swing your dagger. Yeah,
Okay.
you can bonus action dagger.
bonus.
Can I cast spells with my left hand? Use my rapier with my right hand?
Either way, whichever way you want to say you did it. But either way, it would be your
Well,
bonus action
If you
dagger.
casted a firebolt, that's a cantrip.
That's a cantrip. Yeah.
You could bonus action. That would be
2-weapon fighting
that
would be.
Yeah, you're allowing him to do a dagger attack then with the offhand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's what my rapier is, my offhand. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
You right here's your offhand?
Makes sense to me.
No, okay. No.
Dominant hand. Two dominant hands. Makes sense.
Go
to
for
me.
it.
Okay.
I mean, it is a finesse
doesn't
weapon.
matter
You can
anyhow.
totally have it in.
I
But
Yeah.
rolled a big old 5.
Ambidextrous. Is that what it
Okay.
is?
yeah.
Yeah.
The shadow is still there, just barely hanging on to him. Oh boy. You guys get ready to feel some pain here.
Need some help there.
Okay.
Yep.
The demon is going to go.
Did you make your character in Beyond?
Yeah.
Because it should, like in your character sheet, under characters, you can just run the spell.
Okay.
That way you don't have to like go in and search for it every time. It's just going to be in your character sheet.
Before I printed this out, when it was all messy, I had everything written down right there. So
Yeah, and what sucks about the new character sheets is they just don't give you a lot of information here.
Okay.
I haven't printed out a character sheet in a while.
I did, and they're
Quillith, make a Constitution saving throw. This demon glances its eye down upon you, and you feel an overwhelming sense here.
Constitution saving?
Yup.
My best.
Ooh.
Roll the 7, that's a 6.
Oh.
Ouch.
I thought it was a 1 from here, so that's better than what I
Okay.
thought. Oh boy.
Okay. Let's see how I do this.
I'm just a little old lady.
Pull the old lady card. That's gonna work.
You can't hurt me, I'm so old.
After you
I
just
didn't
slap
just
that
slap
woman.
this woman.
I'm just an old lady. You wouldn't hurt an old lady, would you?
Okay.
As she stabs you. It's like being in Milwaukee.
Whoa.
Sorry. Just kidding.
That's not
Where
bad.
you look?
You take
I don't like bells, but I grew
you
up
take
in Milwaukee.
9 points of damage, and your shadow is expelled from you, and creates another shadow,
Oh, you lost your shadow, and now your shadow's a bad shadow?
and it is trying to
He's a
take
real
you
boy.
down.
Oh no. Okay.
So the shadow that you just so recently were involved in removing is back there.
And it was 9 points?
Correct.
What did Sally do?
With what?
You said somebody has to roll for Sally. Like, what did she do under her?
You said at some point I'd have to roll.
Yep. When it's her turn,
Oh, we haven't- okay. No, I
something
just
will
didn't know
happen. We
where
haven't
we were.
gotten there yet. We'll do all of them at the
Yep.
top of the order.
So is the shadow making
So we'll
me
do
feel
our
really
order.
sad?
We'll do the top. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
The shadow is indeed making you sad, and when it's your turn, you will describe your sadness if you want to think about it.
Whoa.
I am not sad.
Neff's turn.
Okay. So is this shadow like clinging to Forgeborn?
Yes, at
The
this
half of
moment,
it
yeah.
that's
The
left.
what's left of it, yeah, is like a hand and then a mouth with just barely hanging
Its
on.
cheeks are trying to grab him.
Okay. Well, I jumped over here
Support him.
and landed
Press
really
him.
nicely.
His
I
hand is-
imagine I can just, well, it depends, but I imagine that I can at least, like, literally, like, grab this thing and pull it off of him and just, like, toss it aside and, like, go to him and be like, yo, snap out of it.
Go for it.
Okay, how should I go about this?
Do you feel like you're going to try and grapple the thing and pull it off?
I guess. I just feel like it's going to be, like, no problem.
Okay.
Like,
Pick it up like it's a piece of trash.
yeah.
So you could do athletics or acrobatics, whichever you feel like you would do to kickflip this guy off.
Kickflip.
I appreciate that. Or perform it. I'll be like,
If
no. I'll do
Kickflip
acrobatics.
6.
That's possible.
What was it? Flip 6-3 one?
yeah, flip 6-3 home. Let's go.
Hold up.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah,
Oh,
Friday
oh yeah,
Night
Starship
Lights.
Troopers. Yep.
It's
I
only.
saw that movie in a theater.
That's a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. No, that's okay. That's
I was
fine.
very confused because I had no idea what I was
10 to hit?
getting into when
Oh,
I
Or
was-
10.
Okay.
What did you do,
It's like-
athletics?
it was
Oh,
like,
athletics, yeah.
RoboCop in space. was
Oh,
great.
you
Love
missed. But it's so close.
Come on.
Yeah.
You just gotta recalibrate your targeting sensors.
Well, I guess then I'll just. Can I go by it? Like, I assumed that I'd, like, rip it off and keep going. But, like, if I miss, then I'll just be like, well, god damn it.
Sure. You want to run up to Forgeborn?
Yeah. And then I'll be like, okay, so he's freaking out because he doesn't want to go back to fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say something like, you'll only fight who you choose to fight from now on, but you need to snap out of it.
Okay. Make persuasion with advantage.
gonna try.
That good, huh?
It's a good thing she has advantage.
Okay. Look at that. Okay. 17.
17? Good. Okay, roll whatever you think damage you would do to this thing. Whatever your best attack is.
Go, baby, go with the 100.
200.
Yes.
My best attack is 1d8 plus 2.
Okay.
Okay. It's this one. I was like, what's that? 4.
4. This remnant of a shadow whispers out to the ether and is destroyed. So Forgeborn stands and says, thank you. And if you were to die, you instead drop to 1 HP, and that's for everybody.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's a guaranteed stabilization kind of thing.
Yep. So Forgeborn and Sally are for. And then who wants to roll?
I'll be 4G.
Okay.
Because we're kind of a thing. I don't know.
Okay. And if you want to make a perception check while you're there or an insight check while you're there, since you know these people personally.
Yeah, I would love to.
You're gonna look at the old man.
Sure. I'll look at
And
everybody.
peer into their own soul.
Oh.
Love me some old people.
Who's this dad?
Now you know. Okay. I'm going to do my best. So, I'm proficient in insight. Can I use that to re-roll?
No.
I got 4.
4. I would say this child is too young to identify, but the older man down below, the elf, you know is Imming Runlenren.
Okay.
You know that's him. He hasn't aged in decades.
What kind of feelings do I get from that? Or is that up to me?
I mean, you know Imming personally, and you have not seen him in this environment, so this is fresh information for you.
Okay. Could I call out to him?
Sure.
Okay. I'll probably just say, Amy. But like go to the edge of the thing.
Mm-hmm. You go to the edge of the thing and yell out to him, and this is like yelling at the movie theater. It just keeps going, and they don't acknowledge there's a disconnect there. Like you're yelling at the screen, like, or it's like at a Packer game where you're like, yeah, and I'm like, the thing just keeps going. It doesn't matter that you're yelling. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Alright, I'll end it there. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask Forgy who this kid is though.
Oh boy, now you get some shadows.
With black hair.
Uh-oh.
You get shadows?
You get shadows.
Oh, me?
You get shadows.
You get more shadows. Poor Quella is getting
All the
messed
shadows.
up over there. Help her out! You're right there!
He
I know
jumped.
that he was
That's
okay.
Okay. Quillith, your shadow is overwhelming you.
I can
Or
feel
attempting
it.
to overwhelm. Hold on, let me roll it again.
I Ty can feel it.
Boy, I need to roll different dice. I can't see him. 16 plus 4. 20 to hit. So
Yeah.
hold on, let me roll my damage, and then you will describe your miserable scene.
And we can all see it? Is that why they can describe it?
You take 7 necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, it does something else too. I didn't realize. Oh boy.
Your suspicions were correct.
You left the elderly behind. And now she's dying!
Where'd that go? Oh, it's up by your foot.
Oh, sorry, that was too far.
Did you touch his dice?
With my toe.
Oh boy.
But my sock was on, so I think it's kind of like a condom.
Your strength score is reduced by 1.
Oh!
Ow!
Okay.
It's not great.
Oh.
We just had this conversation about all our strengths. Alright, we're not very
Yeah,
strong.
that's what I forgot about shadows.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Shadow's bad.
They're a fun mess with your group. Low level enemy.
Tom, why did you do this?
It's been so long since you guys fought anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this because I killed you the other
Yes.
last month?
So the shadow is now attached to Quillith.
Who's beating me up on Wednesday?
So what scene do these people see as you relive your worst possible memory?
Oh no!
Oh no! She just fucking crumbles. And she's sobbing and she's like screaming and she's just. Oh, because she was already hit with it, like in the ship, the realization that the blue shield, once like we saw the mist, like not touching it, she was like, a child did this. There was a baby and it happened because of this. This is all connected. And she thinks that it progressed because of her past, because of the things that she did with these people. Oh my god, she's just crumbling. She's crumbling and she is like sobbing, screaming, just, I'm sorry. We're struggling.
Okay.
We're struggling hardcore.
Is there anything around her, like for her scene? Because I imagine it changes for Quilla's scenery, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
She's probably in the lab.
Oh.
And I imagine the setup that was had at the time was like an incubator, and then there's just like everything around it, and you just see her egg. I'm gonna cry.
Feelings are a free action.
Yeah.
She's having a really rough time, and I imagine she like goes to it and she's just like screaming.
Alright.
We all see this too?
Yep.
Wow. I don't like this weird dream world. It's creepy.
Tough times for everybody. Alright.
You should have her
This
come
is
with
how
a
we
happy
learn everybody's
background.
mystery
You're so
backstory.
Yeah,
Next
right?
time I'll have a character with no
Yep.
trauma.
We have no trauma
I
whatsoever.
tried that once and Tom still uses it against me.
Yep. You don't write it down, I get to use it. Okay,
No
who's
crazy
over
monster.
here? Who's this?
That's me.
That's you? Oh boy, here we go, baby.
What's the bard got in his past?
You know, I think that shadow is still going to be focused on the captain. Let's see how it does here. So you standing right next to the captain, you see as this shadow is trying to claw into its brain, trying to claw into his brain. It's like, you know, trying to hold its head and look deeply into it, and it just can't seem to make purchase on it. And the captain, while much younger, is still resolute and strong and holding his own. Who's over here? Is that you? Okay. This shadow is going to try and get into Mirabelle's brain. Oh yeah, bad times.
For Mirabelle?
Yep. Mirabelle takes 10 damage.
Don't die in front of the child.
Yeah.
That's traumatic.
Yeah,
Yep.
no trauma in here.
What's
And
Mirabelle's scene?
2 strength.
It doesn't have, like, it has, like, the least amount of scene.
We haven't gotten there yet,
Yep.
so it hasn't really been
Okay.
Shadow
shown.
and Mirabelle.
So you see Mirabelle. Let me get to her. So you see Mirabelle standing in front of her control orb. And this isn't the ship. This is possibly a training facility. It's hard to tell. It's, you know, mist surrounds you. But she's trying over and over again to take control of her elemental. And you see her touch the orb and focus and is overwhelmed by it and lets go. And over again, days, weeks go by where she's trying to take control of this elemental and hold it. And you see coming down like a metal stairway is Egan, and he's like walking around and inspecting, kind of looking at everybody, and you see Mirabelle's brother Melvin is like very in control of his orb, and he's holding it, and he's fully like almost flaunting how good he is, where he's like one-handedly like, "Ah, Egan, good to see you, sir." And Mirabelle is here just sweating profusely, trying to just keep this thing under control. And you see Egan speaking, and to somebody you can't see, but says, "If she can't get it under control, we must replace her." And this other person goes, "Do you know how hard it is to train one pilot, yet alone two identical ones? That would delay this by months, if not years." And she is just struggling. And now that the shadow has grabbed her, she's even more in like a moment of like, I will never be as good as my brother. I will never be able to do this. Why did they pick us? Why me? Why? I can't do this. And that is the shadow's turn over there. This next shadow. Let's see if he can attack. Oh boy, hello. This shadow attempts to strike at Robert and does not find purchase. Robert's faith overwhelming it. But in this spot, you see a much younger Robert Lunadream, and he's in soldier uniform, and he's sitting next to this, or he's sitting in a hollow under this tree, just weeping, outright weeping. And in the horizon around him, you see that an entire unit of soldiers was just wiped out. And there's a horde of undead soldiers just literally marching over their bodies. And he's down here just sobbing uncontrollably to himself. Who's over there? Zach? Make a perception check, Zach, over there.
19.
19. You see who's been described to you as Imming Runlenren. You saw him over in the Forgeborn scene. He's older at this point, but he's commanding a horde of skeletons. And he's saying, "Cut down the cowards, their corpses will swell our ranks." And the scene progresses, and Robert is just hiding in a hollow of a tree. But the shadow does not find purchase on him. Tannis' turn.
So the shadow is occupied by basically trying to terrorize the captain.
Yep.
In my scene.
Yep.
So they're not aware of me.
Correct.
Okay.
Would you like your scene described?
Yes, please.
Okay. You see a much younger captain. Not quite like a fresh rookie, but definitely not the old haggard man that you're used to. Mm-hmm. This is probably a pretty experienced soldier at this point. Mm-hmm. This is... Let me think how to describe this. This is a crash site. He crashed this ship. He's sobbing, and he's looking back, and this is the day of mourning. This is when the mist took everybody that was in Sire. And he just made it out. He just made it. But the rest of the ship was taken. And he's sobbing. And he said, "I could have saved them all. I could have gone faster. I could have done it." You know that he was flying a troop transport, an experimental aircraft, and just did not make it before the morning enveloped the back half of his ship and serrated it to pieces. He was the only survivor.
Okay. And I will. I will draw my rapier and I will attack the shadow and I will say, "For my captain," and with the swaggerest of bard speech and attack.
Let's go!
Captain, my captain.
Oh,
Yeah,
Captain, my
captain.
Captain.
17 plus.
Yep.
4, so that's a 21.
Go for it.
So I would assume since the shadow is occupied with the scene, I would get my sneak attack.
Yep. 100%.
So unfortunately, that was a terrible sneak attack damage. That is 6. That's 8 rapier damage, and then
Okay.
I will dagger, offhand attack. That's a 17.
Yep.
That's a 1. That's a 1 damage.
Aww.
I don't get any modifiers on that.
Aww.
No modifiers on that bad boy. And then so that's action, and so I will go in obviously, and then I will obviously disengage from the shadow as far as possible without being out of the scene.
Yep.
So basically, probably back where I am. But
Yeah. We'll say this is over here a little bit. Yeah. You're out of his attack range is the main thing. Yep. Shadow is.
Yeah, if there's anything I can hide in the scene, I would hide, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you could hide in the wreckage if you would like.
Actually, yeah, I think, or hide.
Because you disengaged, right?
Yeah.
Yep. You can full on get in there. All right. The shadow looks rough. Partially there. Kelvin's turn.
I'm gonna call Egan Baker a whole bunch of names that she growing up within a gang would know.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stab the.
Stab him.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stab him with.
Roll intimidation first, and then we'll see if you get advantage on this or not.
Oh yeah.
Advantage because she's a child and she'll.
A child, yeah, it's fucking scary. Yeah.
1.
A 1?
Yep.
I mean,
1 plus 2. I got 3.
I mean, you know some swear words.
I feel like I know a lot of swear words. It's just like jumbled swear
Yeah, it's
words.
like when you're like
oh.
tit ass fuck. Like they just don't make sense. Like
Yeah.
why did you put it in that order? Yeah, sorry. He's not intimidated by you, so roll your normal attack.
14.
14 hits, yeah.
Hey.
Don't
Oh, I
forget,
did the wrong
you do have your bardic inspiration.
Yep.
Just Libby does, right?
Hmm?
Just Libby has your bardic
Yes,
inspiration.
I only give it to her. Unfortunately, it is not a
Everyone gets it.
blanket bardic
You
inspiration.
just choose your favorite.
Even
Does
if
it-
we're
does it
all
get-
there
does it-
in
does it
your
get
song.
damage?
Just
Yeah.
the
Woo,
dice is bigger,
baby!
but you still, it's only one person, right? As you get
Well,
bigger.
not a critical. It's very damaging to that shadow, and it is having a rough time holding itself together now.
Yeah, but I know the
Plus
die. I know
3,
the
and
I know the
then
die-
I'm
I know the
gonna
die gets bigger, but do you? Oh, you get more
disengage
people?
and-
Yeah.
Okay.
Also hide?
Okay.
Okay. Yep, you can find a spot in the scene to cower under or
It's not
hide
a
under the
lot.
stairs
You have to
rather.
rest to get them back, but
Okay,
Get one.
top of the order. Do
I'd
these
like-
guys first?
Come
Can I
on,
drop
purple.
out
Yeah, we're just gonna do this and then
Okay.
we'll do the top of the order and then we'll be done.
Oh, come on!
though?
So close!
No, that's good. The white's the good
Oh,
one.
white's oh, okay. I thought.
Oh,
White is the
only
good
one.
guy.
Everyone gets 1 point of healing.
Oh.
And then let's do our people so we know who's doing what. So we got who's free here. Forgeborn and Sally are free.
Yes.
So Quillith, you're at the top. So why don't you roll a d6 for Sally, and we'll see who gets a bonus here.
1.
One. So Amanda, since you are 1, you get. Oh fuck! I just lost my spot here. Sally grants you every attack you do could possibly stun the demon.
Okay.
Okay, and then Forgeborn. Who's on Forgeborn? Rick, roll a d6, Rick.
A 6.
6. So Zach, your next hit is a crit.
Oh damn! I'm going after. I was gonna come help you, Quillith, but well, actually, those are pretty.
What?
Go after Egan.
Yeah.
That's a rough one though.
Mm-hmm.
She
A lot of
said
danger.
she said she's got him, so I think our
Yeah,
best bet.
just, she's
is
got
to
it.
get-
Yeah.
I
Maintain.
think our best bet is to get all of these people free and get as many bonuses as we can,
Mhm.
and then go for it.
Yeah.
Even bigger.
All right,
Yeah,
That's
stop
my
it.
feeling.
Top
I'm
of
just
the
trying to
order.
think how much I gotta help you, because you got a bunch of extra hit points, but I don't want you to keep losing strength, because eventually you're gonna not have any left.
I don't think Quillith is going to be able to get out of this by herself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anything, like strength isn't the issue, sanity is gonna be the issue.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because
At that point in her life, she was already going crazy. So.
you got messed up. You got mental.
And now we know. Now it makes sense why she was so upset about